with a throw for the end zone. Touchdown, Parker. Liftoff by Xavier Howard. Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! That's hard work.
What's good, Finn Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason. Just a quick programming check. Wednesday, Doll Freaky won't be joining us. She's got some stuff going on. She's moving and she's in a hotel and stuff like that. So I'll be recording the finish line on Wednesday instead. And then instead I'll either be here tomorrow night or Thursday and then Friday as usual. So just a quick little update of what'll be going on. Tonight I got about 7 things I want to go over. And then I'll open it up. I'll open the show up to you guys in the comments. And then Cincy, I just don't. Okay, I gotta. Here you go, guys. I'm not handing out mods anymore. All right. I took away a few people who are mods today. I let them know directly why. Now, if you're not a mod, basically there's 2 ways you're going to get it. If you're a Patreon or if you're promoting the show, you're active. I constantly see you here, not randomly, sporadically coming in, et cetera, et cetera. So I already have over 20 of them already. So I'm going to be basically I'm putting some ground rules down on it because, yeah, man, I'm learning out here that people can't be trusted with it. So that's what's going to be going on with the mod situation right now. I'm just not going to be handing them out anymore. Oh, Seth, you are a Patreon, though. So, yes, I will mod you because I told you to come and you are a Patreon. So, yes, I will mod you. Just give me a sec. So, like I said, and I've been hitting up my Patreons lately and saying, hey, are you modded? Just to make sure, et cetera, et cetera. So, if you're a Patreon, yes, you will be modded. That's no problem for me. Other than that, if you're not a Patreon, if you're one of those people who shares, you're constantly active here and not sporadically coming in, then, obviously I'll make you that mod. So that's where we're at. So yeah, Seth, I told you because I saw your comment. So yeah, you should be modded right now, bro. So, and if you want the Patreon link, hold on a sec too here. If you want the Patreon link, it's down below. It's in the comment section right now, and I'm sure the homie Rhino can put the link in the comments. And yeah, that's what, because hey guys, the Patreon is appreciate you all because it is growing, man. It's kind of crazy. So loving it. All right, I got a few donations here. So appreciate you all for joining the Patreon. I'm going to be dropping a private video, probably in the next couple weeks. And then obviously my linebacker big board, which should be coming this week or next week, will be dropping on the Patreon first. Florida-born, Kentucky-grown, $5 says, bro, I got put in Facebook jail arguing with some idiot about Chase being the number one. I told him to check my boy Reason, expose him on the man-to-man. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, I'm fine with being reference points, but I'll keep saying it. I put in the work, to inform you guys, but also my goal at the end of the day is to inspire you to go put in the work, or not even sit down for hours and hours, but go watch for yourself. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm here to do, man. Never once have said my word is gospel. You know what I mean? And so it's just like the clowns out there who say, oh, if you disagree with Reason, he gets rid of you. No. I'm going to tell y'all one more time, okay? 3 ways to get blocked and banned on here and and on Twitter. 3 ways, okay? A, you start acting like a know-it-all. You start arguing people, not just me, people who put in the research, but your whole opinion is formulated on what you saw in a mock draft or what you saw on ESPN because you're too lazy to formulate your own. One, you're going to be condescending, ignorant, and insulting. Peace. And number three, you're going to tell me how to operate my brand. Peace. Those are the only three categories. That's the only three way. Hey, my homie David Gregg, I've had him on here before. Me and that guy always disagree on things on Twitter. Okay? Me and Damien were on two totally opposite sides of the fence with Eric Bieniemy. Now, we saw each other's points. You know what I mean? But it didn't get toxic. It didn't get yelling. Just like up here. You know, what's my one rule if you come on the show? I have basically one rule. Well, two, I guess. Be respectful to everyone, right? Right? Okay? But then this kind of ties into it. My main rule is don't yell and don't interrupt people. Now, you already know what time it is. Me and EM have said it flat out. You know, this is my platform. You know, if I want to raise my voice, guess what? I can. And me and EM have laid it out. We're the only ones allowed to yell at each other. You know what I mean? That's it. So, I mean, pretty simple rules. I don't care if you disagree with me, but I will say this. If you're going to disagree with me and you want to have a healthy debate and a progressive debate, you better bring something to the table. I don't got time. And I'm tired. Twitter has tired me out. These people, some of these people in this YouTube community have tired me out. I don't got time for subjective opinions that aren't backed up by evidence. I just don't. Because I don't care to hear them, man. I don't. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't care. And that's just it. Right? If you're going to just fire off subjective opinions that at the end of the day are someone else's because you ain't done the work, I don't want to hear that shit. I have no interest in hearing that at all. You know, and I think that goes for a lot of people in the comment section too, man. We're here to be informed, not here to listen to people's personal feelings. So, I mean, that's what it is, you know? So, yeah, my point is I disagree with a ton of people on Twitter, and they don't catch the block button. They don't. So, I mean, Tilly, Callie, Tyler, sorry, you know, Rhino, Damien, Powerhouse, even Jason, they literally get DM'd and they see exactly why people get blocked. That's why you see them going into these threads and being like, yo, you didn't get blocked for that reason. You're trying to, you know what I mean? So everyone tries to spin a narrative to make me a bad guy, just like that clown who keeps making videos about me. Hope you enjoy your second copyright strike that'll be coming against you, because I don't know if you know how YouTube works, but 3 strikes and you're out, buddy. So I hope you enjoy what's about to come down on you, because number 2 is coming down on you. So enjoy that one. So, you know what I mean? But, I mean, living rent-free. Said it on Saturday. Say it again. Man, I'm so right. I'm so on point. EM, so right, so on point that we live rent-free in people's heads. So it is what it is, man. I love it. I love it, man. I live for it. Winning. Charlie Sheen, baby. What up, Darth? Hope you're doing well, bro. I hope everything's going well, buddy. I hope everything's kind of settled down in your life, man. I'm here for you, bro. Love you, bro. I hope everything's going good, my guy. You know? So, all right. So, Florida born, what all 22? What are you talking about? Which all 20? Because it's different. College is different than NFL. So, what up, TW? Yeah, NFL is easy. It's accessible to everyone, right? In terms of, yo, Art Rip, hit me up in the comments. I don't even want that guy's name put into the comment section. I ain't giving clout, bro. I haven't given him traffic, bro. So, all college, all 22. That's why you hear me call people out. For example, you can literally only find about 8 of the 15 games Chase played at LSU in the sophomore season on YouTube. But that's also because LSU is a big school. Like when you start getting into even other SEC, you can't find crap on YouTube unless LSU or Bama or someone played them. So me personally, I have a privatized playlist, and people up here have seen it, of over 366 videos of offense and defensive splits of every major program and a lot of small programs. And then I have 4 Google hard drives full of collegiate all 22 from 2020 dating back all the way to 2016. So I've got like the last 4 years pretty much covered. Now, Quinnen and Whitewater, Wisconsin film, I had to go do digging and ask, ask some people. But basically, this is why I call people out on that nonsense when they say, "Oh, I've watched all the film." Buddy, I know how it works. Like I tell you all the time, it's just like wrestling back was in the 80s and the 90s. If you guys remember, with wrestling, if you wanted that hardcore stuff or you wanted that Japanese stuff, you had to tape trade, right? You had to have something that someone else wanted, and then you guys would tape trade. Well, collegiate all 22 is basically the same. Yeah, you basically have to ask the college, and a lot of big colleges won't give it away. So that's why, like my stuff gets updated like that. So by other people. So, I'm not sitting here to say I'm connected, but when it comes to the all 22 for college, I'm decently connected. So, yeah, so that's why I say all 22 or nothing. And I hear these people trying to mock the whole, all 22 stuff. Yo, listen, if you want to live off broadcast, that's you. But I've gone over plenty of times. You miss a ton when you watch the broadcast, a ton. So, I mean, yeah, it is all 22 or nothing, man. That's why I say that. I ain't trying to live my life off broadcast footage. It ain't good enough at times, So, all right, let's hop into it. So that's my answer, Florida born. All 22 for the NFL is accessible to everyone. Collegiate all 22, for the most part, yeah, you can find some stuff on YouTube, but you have to know people. All right, so let's start off, guys. As you saw in the title, a pretty interesting comment came when the finish line got posted. If you guys haven't heard it, you can go check it on Spotify and on iTunes. Just search in Dolphins Brawl in the search bar, and you'll see it. The finish line will pop up. The latest episode, it dropped just a couple of days ago. So here we go. This is very interesting. So, I've talked to this guy personally in his in the DMs. So, I kind of verified this before I brought it up with you guys. So I'm not going to pull our DM conversation up, but let's just say this guy's legit. Anyways, and I asked him for evidence to show me he was legit, and he provided evidence. So there you go. That's all I'll say about it. Anyways, he said, I worked with a retired military gentleman who raised Aaron Jones in high school. I currently reside in Central Florida. He talks to Aaron Jones almost every day. He told me that Aaron wants to come to Miami wholeheartedly. He's not looking to break the bank as well. And then today he updated info is that Green Bay doesn't want to offer market value because they have A.J. Dillon, right? And that Aaron Jones is shopping himself to Miami because he wants to come here as recently as a past weekend was in attendance at the Canelo fight at Hard Rock, same as Deshaun Watson. So, guys, that's huge. If this man, because the rumors were out there about 14 million, if this man's willing to take 11, even 12, guys, Aaron Jones will be a Miami Dolphin. This smoke keeps getting thicker and thicker and thicker, man. So, like I said, I talked to this gentleman in the DMs. He provided evidence to me, all right, of how he knows, to confirm this whole relationship, just so it's not I know a cousin who knows an uncle that has a grandmother that has a friend she plays poker with. You know what I mean? So I confirmed. I'm not going to pull up my DM stuff for you guys. I'm just not going to do that. So, yeah. So this is, and there is so much smoke right now. This Aaron Jones smoke is freaking heavy, man. And it's been heavy for about 2 weeks. And, you know, I'm just saying, this makes sense for me that this guy's coming here. So hey, he was number 3. Only Moton and my boy Corey Linsley at 2 and 1 were ahead of him. Moton at 2, Linsley at 1 in my top 10 free agent targets. Boy, guys, if we get Jones and Linsley and 2 of my top 3 targets get nailed, that's all I'm gonna do. The old Barry Horowitz, beautiful thing. Linsley's gonna be a little tougher because I heard like the Chargers and a couple other teams are in the race, but we saw their willingness to spend on the offensive line last year, and center is clearly a dire need. So, yeah, guys, Aaron Jones. I like Najee, but I love Najee. You know, I want Najee in Miami at the right draft capital price. Let's put it that way. Wouldn't mind him in the 20s. 18, I would understand it. But that's a little rich, but I would understand it. Wouldn't shed a tear. Would be pretty amped that Najee's going to be an aqua and orange. But I would still have the little asterisk of, oh, man, that was a little high. Then he goes out and beats a Pro Bowler and shuts me the hell up. But you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Aaron Jones, guys, there is a ton of smoke going on right now. So, Ben, I don't think Seattle's going to have the money for Linsley. And I'll get into Seattle in a sec. So, guys, this is the move if they make it. I think this is going to be the big weapon, big ticket signing. I don't see them spending 16 on, like I saw Spot Track put out, like they predict us to sign Juju to a 5-year, $80 million contract. Are you crazy? These guys are not giving like $16 million per year to a receiver, unless he's homegrown, played for 5 years, and we got to pay the guy. So I'm just saying, and you got to understand another reason why I think they're going hard on AJ. I keep telling y'all, once you get past Najee, Javonte, Etienne, and Gainwell, it's slim pickings. Like, they're good. Like, Trey Sermon's good. You know, Kylan Hill's good. All these guys are good, but they're not the top 4. It starts to fall off when you get to 5 here a little bit. It's top heavy in terms of talent. So I think what the idea is, what the plan is, I'm telling y'all, I think they're taking Panay at 3, and that 18th is going to be a receiver. And if that's the case, they're going to miss out on the top guys. And I think signing Aaron Jones gives you one less thing to stress about. Just like signing Corey Linsley gives you one less thing to stress about in terms of a center heading into the draft. So that's where I'm at. And Jones is only 26 years old. It's not like this guy's 28 or 29. You sign him to a 4-year deal. You know, you get out of it in the 4th year. You have the clause to get out in the 4th year. You're getting out by the time he's 30. You know? So, yeah, I'd make that move, man. I would make that move 110%. So, you know, I'm down. I'm down. I'm fine for Aaron Jones or Najee either way. I ain't going to, cry over that. That's a good problem to have. So, all right, let's get into what New York Jets defensive tackle and former Alabama teammate Quinnen Williams had to say. So, the former Alabama American expects the same kind of improvement in 2020 from the Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, a former Crimson Tide teammate. He said, I think he'll be an amazing quarterback, man, he said during the Zach Gelb show on CBS Sports Radio. He's an amazing leader, great arm, great player, great leader, just a great teammate in general, man. I just think, just like me, some guys need more time than others to become that player that everybody know they can be in the NFL. Well, his is because of injury, right? In terms of Tua, man. So he probably struggled a little bit, but his first year. but I'm pretty sure he's not going to struggle in his second year just due to the learning and experience that he got getting a chance to be on the field this year. And the things he did wrong his first year, he won't let himself do wrong again his second year. It's just how we built at Alabama. That's pretty high praise from one of the best defenders in the NFL. Just saying, they might be former teammates, but if anyone knows how to attack quarterbacks, it's Quinnen Williams. So, and there's a lot of context to this, right? The injury. If Tua didn't have the injury, we would have probably, I can almost guarantee you we would have saw better numbers. So, you know what I mean? The injury clearly played a role in this. So, it's a different circumstance. Now we see him getting his football body back, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. I'm telling y'all, never mind eating crow. Buddy, your boy Reason over here, because he ain't afraid of no one. He digs in. I'm going to be shoving crow down these people's mouths, man. Shoving them. Okay? I don't want to hear no backpedaling. I don't want to hear no backtracking. Okay? I want y'all to keep that same energy when my quarterback starts balling out in year 2. All right? Because, I've said, I'm brash, I'm confident, I'm in your face. Some people might not like it. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but guess what? I ain't changing for nobody. And I'm going to tell you right now, Reason, an EM Dolphin fan, and EM might be joining a little bit here. Reason, EM Dolphin fan are going to be these Tua haters' biggest nightmare. I don't want to hear no backpedaling, no backtracking. Okay, when this guy's balling out in year 2, I want y'all still standing on that hill of, oh, he's not a good quarterback. Oh, we need to trade him. Just so we can stand at the bottom of the hill and laugh at you while you die on it. And then we can literally drag your bodies off that hill and hang them up in town square for everyone to know this is what a jabroni looks like. All right? So I'm going to be the worst nightmare for y'all. I'm telling you. I ain't playing. So much shit has been talked about my quarterback, man. And I ain't playing. I am not playing. So, and I know there's a couple of haters that are probably watching right now. You know what I mean? They talk all this shit in the world, but they still tune in. Thanks for the views. Thanks for the ad watches. You're only helping my pockets go up. So, I'm just saying, y'all are going to die on that hill, and we're going to drag you down and hang you up in Times Square for everyone to walk by and laugh at, baby. That's what it is. Okay? Reason don't play. Reason ain't one of these soft motherfuckers out here. Okay? I'm the last person that's like one of those, man. And I'm the same. What you see, it's hilarious. What you see here is what you get what you'll get in your face, baby. So don't think this is some gimmick or something that I'm just doing up here for show. Especially if I catch y'all at the Rock, baby. If I catch y'all at the Rock, you will hear it. And I'll be rolling deeper than you. And you're going to hear it from everyone we rolling with. Man, we're going to barbecue some steaks, barbecue some chicken. Then we're going to go barbecue the asses of all the Tua haters, baby. Because that's what we do out here. Taking y'all to work. All right? So, and Chris Sims, I'm showing up at Pro Football Talk next year when Tua balls out, right? This guy rates Jared Stidham better than Tua Tagovailoa and then has the audacity to say he's right all the time. It's crazy, right? Yeah, you're crazy. Had Cam Newton at 10 over Tom Brady, Kyler Murray, and Kirk Cousins heading into this year. I want whatever you're smoking, bud. Then again, maybe I don't because it's probably in a glass pipe and not the good green glass pipe. All right. So, shout out to Quinnen Williams for showing the love to our quarterback. Y'all already know what time it is, man. It's about time we get some love in the press. Jesus. Everyone's out here hating on, man, and I know what it is. It's because he's, a humble, nice Christian kid. Well, if I got to be the asshole that goes to war for the nice, humble Christian kid, I'll be the asshole. I'm fine with that. I got no issue with that. I'll take the darts. I'll take the arrows. No issue. Just so when I meet Tua Tagovailoa, he gonna know what time it is, all right? He gonna know who held him down. And y'all frauds, when he starts popping off, y'all guys would cower in his presence, ask for an autograph. It would be the most disgusting display any of us have seen. Let's keep it real with ourselves, right? So it is what it is, man. I'm not going to sit here and get into the reasons why everyone wants to get off, the colored quarterback after 9 games, but they want to give the white boy from Texas A&M 7-8 years, and they want to give the white Jewish kid all the time in the world as well, when it was like historically bad, the numbers and performances he's putting up. I'm not going to get into that stuff. I pretty much already just laid it out for you right there. Fucking clowns. All right. So, let's keep it rolling, baby. Man, I want all the smoke. I just inhale and let it out, baby. I blow O's with that smoke, baby. All right. So let's keep it rolling. So if you guys missed the Pat McAfee show, he had a really, really interesting, little interview with Najee. And your boy Reason always knows how to get around those infringement issues. So I clipped up the audio. Let's take a listen. Because this is very interesting stuff with Najee, man. Like, damn. I'm just saying, like, this is very interesting stuff with Najee, man. So let's hit it. Stunting on these hoes. All right, let's go. Najee. All right, so I want y'all to listen. There's some very interesting stuff he says here in regards to Miami's playbook. This is good stuff. All right. Oh, let me share the audio. Hold on. Your boy messed it up. Boom. All right. So, interesting stuff Najee says here. Let's roll it.
Was put together though with the motions and Mac being able to read, and like it was really awesome to watch. And I think it's going to give you guys a massive advantage going into the NFL whenever it comes to like reading what defenses are in. Now, college defenses are so basic, obviously, but I think what Sarkisian did not only made you guys dominate, but I think it helped all you guys as well with the transition.
It helped us out a lot because now that I'm doing I'm doing interviews, obviously with NFL teams, and they're saying
it's coming right here. Listen,
I was at the Reese's Bowl, and I was there for a minute, and I was on the Dolphins team, and they was doing their playbook, and I was like, damn, like it's crazy, like everything that's here, like that was our offense, literally, but just different names. So like our offensive game plan was literally an NFL game plan, because obviously, Sark just came from the Atlanta Falcons, and he tried.
I'm just saying, I'll bring it back one more time in case some of y'all missed it. Let's bring it back.
And I was there for a minute, and I was on the Dolphins team, and they was doing their playbook, and I was like, damn, like it's crazy, like everything that's here, like that was our offense, literally, but just different names. So like our offensive game plan was literally an NFL game plan, because obviously, Sark just came from the Atlanta Falcons, and
that's big. That is big because they interviewed him, right? We already know they sat down. So yeah, I'm good with Aaron Jones or Najee. I'm cool. Take your pick. I'll take either or. Now, will I double up on Najee in the first? No, because that's not a good use of capital. If he slides at 36, which he won't, hell yes, I'll double up if we have Aaron Jones. But now y'all understand why I'm good if we don't take Jones, we don't sign Jones. And now y'all see why I understand what I keep saying. I might not agree with the value, but I'd understand why they took him at 18. I rest my case. Just saying. And the thing that really hurt my heart when I was listening to that was, man, how perfect would Steve Sarkisian have been for this offense? Hurts me. So, if we don't take Aaron Jones, draft Panay at 3, find a way to get back, because I don't think Waddle will get past the Giants if he's sitting there. find a way to get Waddle in the top 10. What do? We got to package that 36, move on back up, right? But let me hit y'all with this. I pitched this to EM Dolphin fan yesterday. Okay? I want y'all to hear me out on this. Don't sign a receiver in free agency. Sign Aaron Jones. Sign Corey Linsley. Trade Eric Flowers' contract to the Seattle Seahawks because they need help. Okay? Trade that contract to the Seahawks. And if you got to package a pick with it to get a pick for them to eat that contract, think about it. And then here's the move, ladies and gentlemen. Use that money you just freed up and sign Joe Thuney. Because here's the thing. Joe Thuney can play center or guard, just like Dieter. I've been saying it. You go back to Pouncey days, whenever you want to go back. It seems like for the last 10 years, we're constantly dealing with in-season injuries to the offensive line specifically. So, Kinley becomes your swing guard. Because we all saw Jesse Davis was absolutely a nightmare at guard. He's your swing tackle. All right? And if, God forbid, Linsley goes down, boom, you can either put Dieter there or move Thuney there and then slide, Kinley into left guard. And then you draft Penei Sewell. So my offensive line is Austin Jackson. And I've been hearing this nonsense. I hate to be the one, man, Paul Catt, yeah, I get along with you guys. But this talk of Jackson getting kicked inside and Hunt staying at tackle, that's nonsense, man. That is a bad take, all right? Sorry, guys. I gotta tell y'all, all right? So now you got Jackson at left tackle, Thuney at left guard, Linsley at center, Hunt at right guard, and Penei Sewell at right tackle. Oh, boy. Now, I've just given you, in year one, y'all know I said in 2 or 3 years, it'd be top 3 offensive line. In year one, we're probably a top 3 offensive line with that. And then you put Aaron Jones behind that offensive line and Tua. And then at 18, move up or stay there, draft your receiver. Listen, I'm about to hit y'all with it. Jazza says Jackson, Thuney, Linsley, Kinley, Sewell. Oh, baby. No, I'm putting Hunt at right tackle. But Kinley's my swing guy. Okay? And here's the thing. All right? This is what I'm doing. All right? I'm moving up for Waddle. I'm ensuring I get Waddle. Check this one out. So now I've got my offensive line. I've got my running back. I've got my quarterback. I'm keeping Preston. And I'm keeping Devontae. Okay? And then I'm keeping Bowden, obviously. Anyways, draft Waddle. And then at 36, baby, I'm doubling up with Rondell Moore. Okay? So Jackson at left tackle. Thuney at left guard. Linsley at center. Hunt at right guard. That boy, Penei Sewell at right tackle. Your swing tackle's Davis. Your swing guard is Kinley because we've never had that kind of luxury. Now we got depth. Okay, when have we ever had depth at the offensive line? We just had, even go back to the unicorn line. Our depth behind the 5 guys wasn't that great. Now we've got legitimate depth. I've signed Aaron Jones. Now my receiving core are the boundary. Penei, Preston, Rondell, and Waddle out of the slot. And I can move Waddle to the boundary whenever I need to. Oh my God. Do you understand? Yeah, bye-bye, Grant Wilson. Wilson, under this scenario, it's gone. I want that money. Do you understand what kind of offense we have? Yeah, I'll give up 36 to move up if that means I will You don't have to give up. Listen, to move up from 18 to like 9, I don't have to give up the 36 this year. Because what people seem to be forgetting here is as of today, we can only trade 2022 and 2023 picks, correct? But once the draft starts, once that first team is put on the clock, did y'all know you can trade 2024 picks? You can now trade 2022, 2023, and 2024 picks. And this year picks. You can trade 4 years worth of picks. You got 4 years to pick from, as opposed to right now you got 3. Dude, the levels concepts, the meshes, who's going to stop us? Smash concepts, who's going to stop us? Dude, Pat nailed it. You know how much conflict we would create at the second level with linebackers and then with your secondary? What are you going to do? Who are you going to double? Like, we would be the most nightmarish. We would literally go from one of the more inept offenses. Thank you, Chan Gailey. You do take a lot of the blame for that. We would go from that to one of the most dynamic offenses overnight. Okay? And I keep telling y'all, from what I'm understanding, yes, we're going to be running a lot of 3x1, a lot of still 12-man, a lot of empty sets, a lot of wide splits, but they want to implement more screens and more RPOs in this offense. Guys, 2 things. Sewell and Lindsey and Tooney, not met, and I'm including Sewell, because if you know his game, what's one of his strengths? The screen game, right? Dude, we would have 3 of the best linemen in football in screen games and RPO situations. All right? You want to run screens with either Aaron Jones kicking out of the backfield or Rondell or Jalen Waddle catching the ball? And then RPOs with those guys slanting over the middle? Who's going to stop us? We would be defensive coordinators would not be able to sleep at night. And I keep telling y'all, and I hate to put it this way. I don't know other than yeah, exactly, Pat. And here's the other thing me and him talked about. You make a good point. With Waddle and Moore, we could actually have successful jet sweeps. Think about that one. Not Grant getting stuffed up. But anyways, here's what I'm saying. Listen, and I don't know how to put it. Sorry, I'm going to be brash with this. Get out of the pussy mentality, man. With this trade back nonsense. We are way closer than what we were last year to being a legitimate contender. Stop having this pussy collect picks. I want more picks. Because you know what happens with that? That's how you end up with Austin Jackson and not a Tristan Wirfs. By not being aggressive enough. And what happens? Instead of getting your guys, you let the board settle it for you. And I'm not a proponent of that when you start getting close. Now it's time to be aggressive and go get your guys. We've got all this capital. What, you just want to add more? Like, y'all, so these people are getting greedy. Like, it's time to get our guys and build a contender. That's why I'm not in this nonsense of trading back to 8 or 9 out of 3. Why? Dude, the 2 best players in the draft are Trevor Lawrence and Penei Sewell. I don't give a fuck what quarterback you want. Why am I going to give up Penei Sewell? Because all these people think we're going to get a first for someone moving up in the top 10. No, you're not going to. Go back and look. Exactly, Dolphin talks with kills. We think of it. If we would have been aggressive last year, we could have Wirfs. We would have gone through the season with Jesse Davis at left tackle. And if you actually go look at Jesse Davis's 2 games at tackle, he was actually really good. Okay? Anyways, I digress. Now we'd be in a position where we could have Wirfs and Sewell. But they weren't aggressive enough. They didn't want to pay up. Stop with that, man. Scared. I said this since I started on October 2019, and I've heard people on the platforms I've used it on. They used it after I was using it. Scared money don't make no money. All right? Sick of it. And what you're doing with Linsley and Tooney is you're adding a veteran presence on that interior. Now Jackson is lined up to him, next to him, to Tooney. Linsley, look at who's lined up. He's lined up right next to Hunt. And then Sewell is out there, and I'm totally, this kid's going to blow people away. The worst thing that's going to happen for me if it's 2 years in a row. If it's two, and I agree with what you just said, Cincy, people do value that stuff way too much. Just like people value like everyone. You know what? I said this before, I'll say it again. If I got to package the 18th and a first next year to move up and make sure I get my guy at receiver, I'm doing it. Why? Because that first, I expect 12 wins next year. That first is going to be like 25th or 26th overall. It's going to be a glorified second-round pick. Like, good God. And it's not like we're giving like 4 years worth of firsts, Deshaun. So, it's time to be aggressive, man. It's time to bully the board. It's time to bully the NFL with this capital. Not sit here and be passive and be like, thank you, board, for selling it for me. Please, sir, can I have some more? That's how we ended up with Austin Jackson and not Tristan Wirfs. Period. And I know they were trying to move up for for Tristan Wirfs, but they didn't cave to the asking price. Yeah. So, I mean, I need that Penei Sewell, man. And I need that receiver. And I would double up, baby. Man, you imagine your first 3 picks, you come away with Penei Sewell, Jalen Waddle, or Devontae Smith, whoever because I'm not buying into the Chase nonsense. Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle, and then you come back with Rondale Moore. Oh, my God. I'm just saying. And with this O-line, I keep telling you, all y'all people that hate on Tua, Nicholas, we could get a linebacker in the second still, or even the third. Jabril Cox will be there. Chaz Surratt will be there. There's good options, man. I don't know. So that's where I'm at. So, and Armando, you say you're hungry for moves right now. Well, the next few weeks are going to be telling because it's March 1st. Tampering period begins literally 2 weeks from today on March 15th. You can sign players on the 17th, okay? So here's the thing. If we start restructuring deals and making cuts, they're making room. And if they're making room, that means Jones is coming, I'm telling you right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if they double up with Linsley. So, I mean, rip. Austin Jackson's better than Isaiah Wilson. Isaiah Wilson worries me. Way, 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 way too much. Way, way too many red flags on that one. First of all, wasn't a huge fan of his game coming out. Second, he's pretty, Austin Jackson's a way better athlete. So we'll see how it goes. All right. So a lot of people, they're trying to rip on the on the XOs, times that have been coming out. And if you guys don't know what XOs is, EXOS, they're basically NFL combine training, nutrition, etc. They work with these athletes to get them ready. They're a pretty big company, and because there's no combine this year, they decided they were going to get their own. Like, for example, the Tylan Wallace running sub 4.4, everyone was kind of, ooh, but no one's questioning Chase putting up 23 bench reps, right? Anyways, the thing that hit me The thing that hit me was my boy. Man, listen, I put him at 3. I actually didn't get very many push. I didn't get very much pushback at all. But it gets even better. Because Rashod Bateman, if you haven't seen it, tweeted over the weekend that at the EXO Combine, he ran a 4.37 hand time and a 4.39 laser. Now, I thought he would be in the mid 4.4s. So, this is very, I said the mid to low. This is very reasonable. And for a guy that's 6'2", 210, 215. Whoo, baby. Whoo, that's all I got to say. I'm going to tell you this right now. If at his Minnesota Pro Day, he hits that 4.39 and Chase measures in. Remember where you heard it first. Measures in at 5'11", and he runs around a 4.5. I'll put money that Bateman goes higher than him. Right now. If that happens at the pro days, because here's my thing. Chase avoided the 40 at the EXOS Combine. He avoided measuring too. So I'm just saying, if he hits around this 4.39, which it's reasonable because this isn't actually that big of a leap. It's a Tylan Wallace one that people are questioning, but he's fast on tape. Now he looks like 4.45 range, but is it really that big a leap if you're only taking off 0.6? I'm just saying. And if that boy Chase comes in at 5'11 and runs a 4.5, good luck to him. Like, good luck to him. So, my man crush is out here crushing it, baby. Y'all know I've been on that Rashod Bateman train for, ever. That's my guy. Especially, if we're going to move off of a Preston next year. Not this year, but next year. Or a Devontae Parker. 6'2", 210, 215 pounds that can run that. And he's a way better route runner than Jamar Chase. Yeah, give me that all day, baby. And he's got a lot of the same at the catch point elite traits all day if this guy runs that. Oh, my God. My God. All right, keeping it rolling. A little tidbit I wanted to share with you guys because I know everyone is worried about Devontae Smith's playing weight. And I've been telling y'all, I'm not really overly worried with it. You know what I mean? Now, would I take any of these receivers at 3? Hell no. But I'm not overly, I've been kind of not overly worried with it, right? Well, look what Chad Johnson said. Ocho Cinco. This is very interesting. Someone asked him, hey, Ocho, people knocking Devontae Smith's playing weight. I know the sites have you at 190, but didn't you play more between 180, 185? Chad Johnson said, I played at 175, 180. Weight don't mean shit. And guys, at his pinnacle, can we all agree Chad Ochocinco was him and Carson Palmer were one of the best wide receiver quarterback duos in the NFL. If that Steeler didn't go low on Carson Palmer in that first round of the playoffs where he threw like an 85-yard bomb to Chad on the play anyways, they would have won that game. The Bengals would have made a deep run that year. So I think the Bengals, because I think the Steelers went to the Super Bowl that year, but I think the Bengals would have been the one to go to the Super Bowl. That was the year they faced Arizona, I think. I think that would have been. So, this is a man saying weight don't mean shit. Oh, Cincy, bro, no need to thank me. I had a Carson Palmer jersey, man. I get jerseys of quarterbacks I like and that I really believe in. And I had the all black Cincy Carson Palmer, man. So Carson was my guy. Loved him coming out of USC. Anyways, so Chad's kind of, he knows better than all of us put together. Let's put it that way, including me. Me, Yam, all of us put together, he knows more than us about that position. And he's out here telling you all this. That's something you can use as gospel, right? The guy's not sitting here saying he broke down a play and not showing evidence. He's telling you off of his experience, weight don't mean shit. Yeah, that team was so special, Cincy. So I'm just saying. All right. And then obviously, if you guys saw, I'm sure you all have. If you haven't, you've been living under a rock. J.J. Watt signed a 2-year deal with $31 million, with $23 million guaranteed. And yeah, I know Isaiah Simmons on that defense. Chandler's on that defense. Him and Chandler are going to be a beast on the defensive line. But are they winning it? Come on, let's be honest with ourselves. Are they winning it? Nah. They ain't winning it. I'm not going to start lying to myself just because they signed him. Not doing it. Shout out to Florida-born, Kentucky-grown $5 donation. It's not the size of the dog. It's the size of the fight in the dog. Bingo, baby. All day. All day. All right? Killing it. And, I got to say, I could hear, let's be honest. Look, let's be honest. Chris Greer, bring, bring. Hey, JJ, how much do you want? That much? Click. All right. I really feel the Cardinals all bid themselves. The Bills and the Browns were in the running, and the Packers, they ain't giving up that much money for him. The guy has 26.5 sacks over his last 5 seasons. 4 or 5 seasons. Are you crazy? Are you absolutely out of your mind giving that kind of money to that guy? And here, 30, well, they're adding the extra one, so 34 games, 17 and 17 over the next 2 years. What does he play? 20, 25 games out of 34? Crazy. Crazy. Guys, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't. If you'd like to donate to the channel, obviously you can do so through the super chat like people have been doing already. But you can also hit up paypal.me/Finside. Like I said, guys, the new rules with the mods are to become a mod, you got to be here constantly. I got to see you promote. I want to see you promoting. I want to see you engaging, right? And supporting the show. And supporting does not mean you have to financially support. You know what I mean? But the things I just labeled are supporting the show. Or become a Patreon. If you're a Patreon, just hit me up. Say, yo, this is my YouTube name. Next video, comment right away when I open it up, and I will make you a mod, all right? I'll be on the lookout. And I will mod you right away. And shout out to all 23 Patreons as the number just keeps growing and growing and growing, man. Love y'all, man. It's amazing stuff, baby. Amazing, amazing stuff. So, Rhino Sith, Fake Spike 94K all day, Ramon Casillas, Seth, who I made a mod tonight, Slim Pickens, Big Time, Red Dino, Marino's Goat, obviously the homie Conflict. Keep it rolling here because there's, man, I love the fact that y'all support me like this. It's a beautiful thing. Keith Davis, your boy Trev, Josh, Tranquilize, Jazza 803, Martin, Zo Vegas, Irving, the homie Drew Boo, the show, Jahar Thompson, Jeff Dick, and my T, Dolphin. Appreciate each and every one of you, man, for holding the show down, supporting the show. Love y'all, man. Appreciate you, man. It's beautiful stuff, man. I hope you enjoy the content. And like I said, more stuff will be coming to the Patreon. I've been doing polls. I've been doing everything. So we're going to keep it rolling. Appreciate all of you, man. Y'all are absolutely beautiful people. And, I appreciate all of you in the comments who just hit the like button, who share on whatever social media outlet you're on, man. Appreciate you guys for just hitting the fucking like button and showing me love, man. Y'all are why I do this. So, I don't do this for the good of my health. So, patch5s.com, use code FINSIDE for 20% off of your purchase. Store-wide, that code is. And, of course, grab official FINSIDE the NFL merch, teespring.com /stores /FINSIDE the NFL. The Tua Tagovailoa equalizer meme is up there. You can get it on a shirt or a hoodie. You already know what time it is. Okay, last thing before I open it up to you guys. We go over these every time he drops it before we go live, right? So before I go live. So Barry Jackson, you know, he dropped a 6-pack tonight, and not the good kind that you crack and drink. But, you know, he talked about Mel Kiper's draft and talked about how, you know, he said here that the Giants, you know, you risk the Giants moving up to get Waddle. I've said they're a team to watch for him. So talked about the trade down. You know, he said you'd be targeting Waddle, da-da-da-da-da. You know, he did say he has Smith a little bit better. I don't like his reasoning. You know, injuries, lack of finishing out the season while Devontae was great all the way through. Yeah, that's kind of lazy, man. Give me the tape. You know what I mean? Tell me what tape. Like, that's kind of lazy. So he said some teams have Zach Wilson going second overall. Some have Fields going 2. He said he think Wilson ultimately goes before Fields. Oh, we agree there. With the 18th pick, he had us taking JOK. And I don't know if I really agree with that. Like, if you guys, when you see I'll tell you right now, with my linebacker big board, because remember, I do my big boards based on what we need. I don't do my big boards based on my subjective opinion, or my man crush, Bateman, would have been number 1 probably. So he has JOK as the number 1 guy. And I do agree with some of the points he made. Like, you know, as an open field tackler, I think they're actually very similar. I don't know if I agree, but I do agree with him that JOK is better in coverage. So I do agree with him that, like, in that, you know what I mean? So he also said Kwity Paye could be another option, but he thinks he's going to go late first round. I think he's solid, man. So that'd be a surprise. So it says the Dolphins have indicated they would like to retain unrestricted free agent defensive tackle, but finances could prevent that from happening. Devon would be great to come back, and the Dolphins would like to have him come back, said Drew Rosenhaus. The question is, can we make it work economically? Because the Dolphins have invested in 3 other defensive tackles recently, Wilkins, Raekwon, and Zach Seiler. Bye-bye, Devon. Been calling that since the beginning of the season. So I won't sit here and agree with this, that Devon's one of the most talented defensive tackles. He's good, but is anyone going to sit here and say he's elite or even use the word great? I don't think so. He's good, though. He's good. You know what I mean? So he's not great or elite. So it says, with the expected addition of a 17th regular season game for each team, the Dolphins and other AFC teams, I'm going to start dropping the link for you guys too, because after this is done, I'm going to open it up to you guys. So there's the link. You know, he says, if the 17th game is finalized for 2021 season, I expect that the Dolphins, who finished the season second in the NFC East, would play host to the Giants, who finished second. Oh, please, God. What an easy win. Miami's other, well, if we get it right, because Saquon could be a nightmare if we don't get the run defense right. Anyways, Miami's other 2021 home games: New England, the Jets, Buffalo, Houston, Indianapolis, Atlanta, Carolina, and Baltimore. And then it goes on, and it talks about how Tua was praising Tagovailoa. Tua Tagovailoa was praising Najee Harris. What he said, hopefully we're on the same team. I went over that a couple days ago, so no need. And then it says here, the Dolphins have declined to say whether they want Fitzpatrick back, and both sides are expected to explore other options. I've even heard the Saints tied with Fitzpatrick, while not totally ruling out a concern. The Dolphins have told Karras they want him back, but the sides would need to agree on financial terms. So, again, teams can begin speaking to other teams' free agents on March 15th. Signings are permitted at, beginning March 17th, and it's at 12 a.m., right? So we're basically, 12 a.m. Eastern. 12 a.m. Western is what they do. It's not Eastern, my bad. So we're actually coming up on 10 Eastern. So we're about 13 days and 5 hours away from that. So just be on the lookout, because that will be happening soon. And just before I get to the people that have started, we got y'all lining up backstage. Let me get up here because I have a donation. $3 super sticker for Maverick 10 28. Appreciate you, homie. And then your boy Trev. So ready for stuff to start happening. Couldn't agree more. Go get the guys you want, Miami. There's a time to accumulate and a time to pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. Yes, your boy. Yeah, like I'm waiting. When can I get an article where we're aggressive and we pick a 3 and trade back up? You know, why do we always got to be the team that's trading out? Nonsense. Like haters, bro. Damien, Rhino.
Yo.
What's good, boys?
Hey, guys.
All good. What's up? Fins up. I don't know what's going on with my avatar tonight.
Yeah, dude, what's up?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Florida born, Kentucky grown, Derek, and a Bengals fan, Cincy 442. What's good?
What's up, brother?
How's it going, everyone?
All good, man.
So let me get your thoughts. Where are we at since he just dipped out? Where are we at with the whole Aaron Jones smoke stuff?
I love it.
It's expected. I love it.
Y'all think we're gonna go? Now you hear what Najee says. I want to hear where you guys' heart at, Najee or Aaron Jones.
Man, I'd be happy with either one.
Yeah, if I had to choose, I would go with Aaron. If I had to choose,
agreed.
Gives us more options in the draft.
That's exactly why. But I'm like Florida born. I'm good with either or.
Oh yeah,
110%. But that's. We need to, like, center. I want Lindsley because I think the center class is so top heavy. And same thing with the running back class. I think once you get out of, Najee, Etienne, Javonte, and Kenneth Gainwell, it's kind of a drop-off, man.
Agreed.
So,
it's a big drop-off.
You know what I mean? So that's where I am. Like, I feel like everyone beyond that is more of a committee guy.
Exactly. We already have those as backups right now. I think the move is Aaron Jones. He's in the prime of his career. He does everything that we need a running back to do in his offense: catch, run routes, and can get the tough yardage. And he wants to come here, and he's an already proven commodity. He doesn't have a lot of tread on his tires, and his Rhino
he's 26.
said, "Yep, he's 26." And as Rhino said, that gives us the opportunity to focus and address other needs in the draft. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Linebacker becomes easier to address. Nose becomes easier to address. Everything just becomes easier.
Yeah, they're not panicking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
completely agree.
Yeah, and he's only got 2 seasons. What up, Justin? He's only
low
got 2
mileage
seasons.
reason. Low mileage.
Yeah, he's only got 2 seasons with over 200 carries. I think last year he had
What's up, y'all?
What's up, buddy? I think last year he had 268 carries and he ended up with 1,196 yards. And then this year he had 230 something or 240 something, and he was well over 1,200 yards.
With a solid O-line too.
Exactly.
Yep.
You already know where I'm at, what I want to build. So,
clearly the move.
And I was just throwing Tooney out. We don't need Tooney. The reason why I was throwing Tooney out there is because you got a guy that not only can he start at guard, but if something happens at center, he can slide in.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Tooney would be nice. I mean, that means you
got to move Flowers' contract.
Yeah, that's the scary. I mean, will anybody be dumb enough to do it?
Well, let me ask you this. Would you give Flowers and a 4th for a 3rd from Seattle?
Right now, yes.
Mm-hmm. I would.
I would consider ourselves lucky.
Yeah, you're clearing the cap space, right?
Yeah, the big thing would be to get rid of the money. I would even take a loss on the compensation to get rid of his cap.
Yeah.
Reason.
And then you can go use it. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
What about this scenario? Flowers and Jackson for Lockett, and then you trade I think it was Damien said DVP for Orlando Brown and get Penei in the draft.
We're gonna have to give up a little bit more though. We can't keep
that straight up.
We're gonna have to probably give up that 50th pick more than likely.
Did you guys hear Trent Brown's getting released?
Oh, really? How old is he, Reason?
He's got to be getting close to 30 now. And he's dealt with injuries the last 2 years, I'm pretty sure, too. He's 27.
27, yeah.
If the money's right, I wouldn't mind that either.
Yeah.
The hell, that's young enough.
Yeah.
That's young enough.
And he's a beast when he's healthy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
380 pounds. Is he legitimately 380?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Freaking monster, bro.
Oh, my God.
Mack truck.
2 Mack trucks, baby. What the hell?
Bro, he's
They
a
releasing him
monster.
out. I'd have to look into that one.
Wow.
Get rid of Eric Cloud.
He's so big, he doesn't have to move laterally. He just is.
And
He just stands
that
there.
solves your right tackle problem.
Yeah.
Man,
How
this
much would
is
we have to pay, though? How much would we have to?
He's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, he's going to be like, I don't think he'll be like Moten expensive, but you're probably looking at like between, 10 and 13 would be my guess.
But
Is he a
13 a
left or
year
a
for
right?
3 years? Because you're going to keep him for 3 or 4 years. That's a good deal, man. That's not bad.
You're only taking a risk with the injuries. That's all.
Yeah.
Is he a
Give me
left or a
Panay.
right tackle?
He's a right tackle.
He's a right tackle? Okay.
Yeah.
Give me Panay.
Either way.
Oh, yeah. No, I
I'd
just,
have to
I
look
know.
into
Man.
that.
That's where I'm at, too. That's not, oh, hold on. You don't want to kick Jackson into guard? And then who thinks of this stuff, bro? Who
That
says,
sounds
yo,
like
this
a-
is a good
that
idea.
sounds
Let me
like
go
a
talk
Chris
about it
Sims
on
take.
air.
I
I know,
can't
eh?
say his name, but that person.
It's terrible, man.
I just don't see how that could possibly.
Well, because they say Tunsil came in his rookie season, he played guard. That's the argument.
But
That's
the only reason
argument.
he did that is because we had Brandon Albert, bro.
I know.
I
But
know
that's
it's
the
not
argument.
you, but I'm just
No,
saying to
yeah.
them, that's the dumbest argument I've heard in my life.
Yeah, my
Jackson
brain
isn't
goes
strong enough though. That's the problem.
No, Jackson just needs it. Like, all he needs is the weight room, man.
Yeah,
Jackson
so
at
you want
tight
to
end.
put him?
So you want to
At
put him at
guard.
guard, but you don't want to put Hunt at guard.
Yeah. So you want to put the physically the weakest person on the line
Oh boy,
inside,
which is a strength position.
That just
And-
I'm trying to.
And you want to keep the guy who's strong, but athletically, foot wise, and hip flexibility wise, he's a
outside.
disaster.
On
Let's keep
outside.
him on the outside and kick the guy who's got the great hip flexibility. He's very athletic. He's got fleet foot. He just needs to hit the weight room. Let's kick him inside. What are we on right now?
And we just want good play. We don't want all pro. We don't want we just want good solid play.
Yeah, I'm not
That's it.
trying to pay
play.
2 elite tackles here, man. That's
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
money, you know.
We just want all pro on that right side. That's the only
Yeah,
thing
man.
we
That's
need, all
hey,
pro.
that's it.
Give us
You
that
know?
on the right side.
Give
Left
me-
side just serviceable.
That future all pro on the right, and give me that current all pro, only one on the market at center, and I'm good.
Okay,
You don't
if
even have
had-
to give me Tooney because I'm fine with Kinley.
If you had a choice for 2 all pro positions on offensive line, which positions would you choose? 2 only.
Center and blind side. Center, blind side for obvious reasons. I don't really probably got to explain that one.
No. Mm-mm.
Center, because next year quarterback, that's got to be your best communicator, identifying the mics, pointing out, incoming blitzes, dealing with shifting pre-snap lines. Like, that's my center. Like I always tell people, yes, the quarterback is the quarterback, but there's actually 2 quarterbacks on the offense because the center needs to be the quarterback of your offensive line. Just the way your alpha middle linebacker is usually the quarterback of your defense.
And that would help the guards to his
Yes,
right
you
and
just
left.
read my mind, Rhino. Yes.
See?
And then you have a right tackle helping the left, the right.
Yep.
Oh, man.
See, here's the thing. Everyone would be like, oh, we got a lot of young people on the line, right?
Doesn't matter.
But here's my thing. Lindsley cleans up that interior, right? And you don't even have to care about what year those 2 guys are in because Lindsley will keep them straight. Jackson, okay, he's year 2. And then we only have 1 rookie, and that's our right tackle. And let's all be honest with ourselves. I think we can all safely say that, Panay's probably going to have a learning curve, but it's going to be nowhere as steep as what we saw from any of the rookies last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he does, his physical talent should be able to fill
That's
the gap.
why I'm saying
Yeah.
it's not going to be as bad.
He's such at a high. I don't know. I just feel confused sometimes
Dude,
when I
you
hear
watch
people.
him in the screen game, and the guy kills people, bro. And that's my whole thing. Listen, Lindsley is one that you guys saw when I added the all 22, right? He's good at pulling. He's an absolute monster on the second level. He's probably the best center in the league in the screen game. Penei Sewell is one of the best prospects I've ever seen come out in the screen game. Automatically, for a team that wants to run RPOs and screens, because we know Green Bay, a lot of RPOs. right? You know what I mean? Like, and then we got the back in Aaron Jones that can run the screens and the RPOs. And then, like I said, you add Waddle and Moore.
You wouldn't be able to cover
Dude, we would be a nightmare.
Yeah, you'd be able to stretch them horizontally. You'd be able to stretch them vertically. You'd be able to do so many things with that screen game, like you were talking. It would be sensational.
Dude, imagine I'm Tua, Justin. I drop back, okay? I call them dummy routes. Devontae and Preston, they run their dummy routes, but then Jalen Waddle and Rondell Moore on each side drop back for the screen. What are you doing, bro? All I gotta do is fake to the left, turn around and hit the guy on the right, and you're fucked. Or I fake to the right, turn to the left, and I hit the guy on the left. What are you doing? Oh boy.
Wow. Well, Reason, I got a question for you. I meant to ask you this earlier.
Ahead, yeah.
But you probably spoke on it already.
Yeah,
but what do you think the likelihood is of us trading X? Now that this whole court thing seems to be going away. Or not court thing, but the shooting.
Okay, so I don't think his I don't want to trade X.
No, I know, but I mean, what do you think?
No. Well, I just had to preface it for the people in the comments, right?
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? His trade value is never going to get high. Like, it's never going to get higher, right? Like, he might come back with another. He very well could come back to 7 and 8 picks this year. That's cool. I don't want to trade him because I want to see my whole, and I've said this since he wanted more money, right? I want to add another, because his contract expires a year before Byron Jones's does. I want to add 1 year to X's so I can spread out his money more, right? That I'm going to be giving him, right? And that, and then they both expire right before Noah, Jackson, and Tua hit their 5th-year option, right? Anyways, I don't want to do it, but I would understand why they do it. Only if they get 2 firsts or 1st and 2 seconds. I would understand why they're doing it because he's 27. He's had multiple knee issues. His value will never be higher. I would get it, but I don't want to do it. I want to kind of ride this out and see what they can give me. So, I mean, I know that's kind of like a beat around the bush answer, but
I'm kind of the same way because I mean I don't want to let him go either. But with him not, really being able to stay healthy and just like you said, his value is not going to get no higher than it is now. So I'm kind of on the same page. I wouldn't be upset if they did trade him.
This is my thing, Derek, and this is what I've said. Like, okay, so y'all know I do it on my hockey channel, right? Pens and Pucks. Go check it out, people. Anyways, the Pittsburgh Penguins, all right? Okay, in 2016 and 2017, we won back-to-back Stanley Cups, okay? In 2008 and 2009, we went to back-to-back Stanley Cups. We won in 2009, all right? And then in 2014, we went to the Eastern Conference Finals, like the round right before the Stanley Cup. You know what the problem with them is? They won their second cup in 2017. They didn't start cutting bait with guys. Like, this is my problem. When you want to be a consistent winning franchise, you identify when's the best time to move off someone and you make the move, even if the fan base doesn't like it. Like, there's a reason why everyone wants to say, oh, we're the Patriot way. Oh, we're the Patriot way. Well,
it worked.
Guess what? The Patriots tried to trade Stephon Gilmore at the beginning of last season after he came off a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Highest value.
Exactly.
I remember Richard Seymour, too.
Yeah,
makes sense. X is probably going to beat his highest value.
And the eyebrows got to be raised because I think after Farley, you know what? I actually might put him at 3 over Surtain. I think next to Farley and Horn, Asante Samuel is the best corner in this draft. I think he's better than Patrick Surtain. Anyways, we interviewed him.
Oh, did we? Did not know that.
That was one of the first interview names that leaked about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So if we took Noah at 30, and now we're interviewing Asante Samuel, that's gotta raise some eyebrows.
Yeah, they're already on it.
And I'll go. Sorry, Rhino.
No,
I'll go back. Right. You go back to who he brought in as the agent. It's the same guy who got Paul Soliai and Olivier Vernon paid. Last I checked, they got paid out of town, not in Miami.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember.
So, I'm not talking to you. I'm just talking in general, right? So,
no, I understand.
So they might have identified with the legal issues, the age, the injury history, the value he has right now, and the agent will probably be playing hardball. And that's 5 things I just listed.
Right.
I'm just saying now, would I agree with it? Not necessarily, but it is what it is.
Yeah, because I want him to get paid. He's earned his money.
I agree.
At the same
but
time,
he made the good point. Because remember, I've posted to Jeffrey Klump I've posted to basically Matt Valdovinos. Everyone has come up here. I haven't posted to Dante yet because he hasn't been up here, but he'll be back soon. But I posed the question: is he going to send the wrong message if we don't pay him? And they all have the right answer for me. We already made him the top paid guy once.
Mm-hmm.
So you could spin the narrative, whether right or wrong, whether people agree with it. We've already taken care of him once. It's time that, okay, we'll give you a little bit more money, but don't be coming trying to break the bank on our asses again.
Yeah. That's how.
Especially after this whole thing, man.
Well, and here's the thing, Derek. Byron Jones was the highest paid guy last year, right?
Yeah.
How long did that last for? Like 3 months?
Yeah. Just about. It lasted. Yeah.
It's all an ego thing, bro. We're getting into ego thing.
I hate that.
You're putting ego over the team. It's all about, puff my chest, I'm the top paid guy. Well, guess what? Before he went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady won 6 rings not being the top paid guy in the NFL.
Amen.
Sir.
Just saying, bro. We've already made you the top paid guy once. Sure. We all have no problem paying you a little bit more money yearly because you earned it. But you got to meet us halfway a little bit here, bro.
Because we worked with him when he was injured and all that.
Exactly.
Work with us.
You know what I mean? They could have tried to move off of him after the injury.
A long time ago.
You know what I mean?
And the incident with his girl.
And the domestic over a fucking purse, all right?
Another team might have.
You know what I mean? Like, we've stuck by him and we've paid him. It's time for you to return. Because, listen, we're building something special here. Yes. You really want to be the guy that says, either you make me the highest paid or I'm out? Now, I'll flip y'all back. How's the room going to look at him if he does that?
Yep. Especially after what they did for him, like you said. It's just some channel bookkeeping stuff. Ben Glassford said he joined Patreon. I just thought I would tell you.
Okay, let me add him.
Oh, yeah, and reason.
Go ahead.
I got to correct you, too. I know for a while now y'all been calling me Derek, but it's actually Derek, bro.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're fine, bro.
I've never found an
opening to. Yeah.
Oh, no worries, bro. I've never seen it spelt like that. My bad, bro.
And you won't again.
Yeah, I know. I'm pronouncing that Q real hard, huh?
No, you're fine, bro. That's probably the second. That's probably the most the closest one that I get. I've heard it butchered way worse than that, so you're fine, bro. Just want to throw that out there.
I took care of Ben, by the way.
Excellent.
Justin's back, and Darth Vader, what's good, bro?
Darth, fins up.
How you doing, buddy? How's everything going, man?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to jump in real quick and say good evening, everybody.
To you.
Appreciate you, man.
Brother. Good evening to you,
all
brother.
I gotta say is you might want to stick around until the show ends, because when we go backstage,
yeah, man,
Rhino is a huge Star Wars nut. So,
I love Star Wars. That's my shit.
Yeah. So, he's even got Sith in his name, right?
Yeah.
So,
nice.
What's on your mind, Darth?
Nothing. I just can't wait for the off season and the draft and free agency.
Yeah, because I think I posted one mock on Twitter, and I even posted it with the preface of, I don't really like doing these publicly, that I dig in on until free agency.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be doing a mock draft show, and I'm going to do multiple. So I'm going to do either a 2 or 3 round manual mock draft by myself. Like by manual, I mean hand picked. I'm not going to be using a simulator. And then I'll get I'll get everything loaded up. And then I think I might do a 7 round Dolphins only mock. And that's going to be a lot of work because I got to do a lot of picks before ours. You know what I mean? So, so I'll probably be doing those 2 things. So, but that'll be after free agency, and I got to get working on the big boards. I got to be dropping those big boards. I'm going to be doing linebacker, probably come out next week.
Nice.
So,
Man.
And JOK, I've already solidified my top 10. And remember, my boards are based on our needs. JOK isn't even a top 3 guy.
Josh.
Boom.
Josh, you awake?
What's good, buddy?
You awake,
Yeah,
Josh? He's not awake.
He's not awake. No, he's unmuted too. Josh, A, 2 questions. Are you awake? And B, did you get the fire alarm fixed in the fire detector in your house, bro?
What fire detector? What are you talking about?
Oh my God, Reezy, you cannot do that to me, bro. I'm gonna need a second to breathe because my ribs was hurting after that joke. That was so funny. But yes, to both of those. I just want to give a public apology to everyone if I scammed you while you were waiting in chat. If you thought I was gonna say something, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry because Tilly said there was 30 people in the chat waiting for me like those 4 hours. So I'm sorry to any of you guys.
That's hilarious. That was classic, man. What's on your mind, Josh? What's going on?
Well, one thing I gotta say is if we either get Najee Harris or Aaron Jones with the way I think we're headed with this offensive line, this may seem outlandish, but I know what Flores is doing with Tua, coaching him up with all the things he needs to work with, like his post-snap processing and stuff like that. I honestly think Tua will be a top 10 quarterback next year. If we can get someone like a Jalen Waddle or a Rashod Bateman or a Rondale Moore and couple that with, Sewell and then having a Najee Harris or Aaron Jones, I honestly think Tua is going to take such a tremendous leap. People aren't even going to expect it because the running game is just so important to any quarterback.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, look at the LSU game, right?
Exactly. It's just so much pressure because it's like Tua with a solid run game behind him it's just deadly because not only do you have to worry about this running back coming out the backfield, but then you got to deal with a quarterback who's very instinctive and knows where he want to go and who's very accurate, who can pick you apart. So, my goodness, it would just be amazing to see.
I agree with you, bro. Go ahead, brother.
Z-Man.
Would you cut Shaq Lawson and draft Quinnen Pay if he's there at 18?
What's Shaq's dead cap? I haven't even looked that up. Give me a sec. Let me check what his dead cap would be. Hold on. Shaq. Let me see. Hold on. His dead cap's probably stupid. So
I think it's like
I would restructure him. I would take Quinnen Pay, whether he's on the roster at all. I love that kid.
Yeah, that's
same thing with Joseph Asai, right? I'd take Joseph Asai. I'd take my man crush at the edge position is Boogie Basham.
What about
I was gonna say he'd be hard to pass up in the second round, late second, 50th pick.
Hey Todd,
who's your go-to defense?
What about
my
Georgia pass rusher?
Who's your go-to defensive pick for there at 18? Your dream pick?
Well, another guy he just made, Azeez Ojulari. I love him too, bro.
Yeah, I like him.
So, man, Shaq's got a dead cap of $10.6 million this year. It's next year. Next year's dead cap is only 1.3. So yeah, I gotta restructure that. Yeah.
Hey, but
trade
the reason the one that's going to be hard to pass up on at 18 is going to be if Micah Parsons is there.
That's what I was going to say. You can't.
I'll take him in a heartbeat.
See, my thing is, I agree with you, but the reason why I think they might is the character concern.
You guys really think that character's going to drop him all the way down to 18?
It's looking like it's going to drop him.
He's got 2 different hazing allegations against him.
He did some gruesome stuff, man.
And it's not pretty. And I told y'all, I talked to someone close to the team, and I was basically told, you know, I don't want to say they worded it as like, yo, it's crazy or it's odd, but they basically said a lot of people are blown away by, you know, in terms of like that are connected to the team of they value talent just as much as character. So that's why I sit here and I'm like, would they gamble on that? I don't know.
They would have to know it's not true. They would have to know it's not true.
Yeah, because people got to remember, it might have been years ago, but we're Bullygate. So you're gonna bring in a guy who's got 2 different bully allegations against him.
And Greer was here for that whole thing.
Oh yeah,
exactly. Oh, that's a good point, Todd. Yeah, I forgot about that. And yeah, Greer was here. I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Right? Are we going to be called hypocrites and look like hypocrites? Now, if he's there at 18, his talent, he's got top 10 talent.
Yeah, I mean, he was called top 5 one time.
And I'll put it this way. Micah's in my top 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so would I take him? Yes, but I could understand why they might pass on him.
Yeah, but when Reason says LT light, I'm like, that would be hard.
Hey, I was watching a movie, my favorite football movie the other night, man, Any Given Sunday, and it had me so hyped for this season, man.
Good movie.
Good movie.
I love
that movie,
man. They call me Willie. He leaves the ladies screaming.
I said that's gonna be Tua.
Oh baby, yo, the best part, bro, is when he's sitting there reading the paper and they call for him.
Yeah,
and he throws up right away. And that's classic. And yo, everyone, you know what I watch before every draft? I watch Draft Day.
That's a good movie too.
Everyone sleeps on that movie, man.
I like it. Yeah,
Kevin Costner was excellent in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was.
All right, Reason, I gotta head out of here, man. Nice talking to you guys.
Later, thanks for coming on, Derek.
See you later, brother.
Thanks for coming, Derek. I appreciate you, Derek. Derek. I'm gonna keep saying it, baby.
I appreciate that, brother.
Have a good one, man. We'll talk.
Have a good night.
Hey, I saw the replacements the other day, and I swear to God, it looked like Grant going down deep every time.
Another good movie.
Oh my goodness!
Well, congratulations on your son, Todd, not getting testing positive.
Most definitely.
Yep.
Yes.
Congratulations. Hold on. Did you? Congratulations.
Congrats.
Did you say the replacements?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Keanu Reeves or whatever.
I didn't hear what you had said. That's
that one receiver.
Yeah, I love
that one receiver who was fast as anything.
Bro. And the kicker who's sitting there reading the paper, smoking cigarettes.
Smoking the cig. Yeah.
Or hiding during the bar fight.
Oh my God.
Oh, I gotta watch. I haven't watched that movie forever. I gotta watch that, man.
Gotta.
Shout out to Tyrone Sanders. Said, way to keep it 100. Reason. Much respect from a brother of color. Appreciate you stepping up to all the haters. Yes, indeed. People are gonna eat crow stuff. Gonna eat crow. Stuff them like a turkey, my dog. Appreciate you, Tyrone.
Crow's too good for them.
Reason.
Right. Crow's too good for them.
Go ahead, bro.
That take from earlier from that, I don't remember the dude, but I think Jason Adew, that thing was pretty crazy.
What are you talking about? Which one?
Hold on, let me try to find it. It was about the dude talk about how the Dolphins should draft for another quarterback at 3. And
on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, the guy that we were all like, we all dragged on Dolphins Twitter.
Pretty bad, man.
Bro, did anyone notice his mic looked like it was from like the 1950s? I was like, what the? And he's holding it up. And he's like holding. I'm like, what is this guy, bro?
I thought it was a spoon for a second.
Doing the interview.
Like the guy's clearly like recording on his bed in his parents' house in his bedroom. Like, what are you doing, bro?
I'm glad.
I did a mock draft the other day. I drafted a quarterback, but it was 5th round, Jamie Newman.
That's my guy. Buddy, I'll take him all day as a developmental. That guy's special, man. And, yo, my whole deal with this is I'm developing him so I can turn around and get a 2nd or a 3rd for him.
Exactly.
Yep.
Packers used to do it.
And God forbid something happens to our boy, he can step in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember the market Matt Flynn created for himself off like one good game, and how'd that work out?
Yeah.
Seattle gave him all that money, drafted Russell Wilson the same year, and benched his ass.
Yep.
I remember. Hey, you remember the RG3 and Cousins?
Yeah.
Yep. They drafted in the same draft.
That was a smart. That was a smart.
Yo. Speaking of quarterbacks, what do you think we need to do for a backup quarterback?
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I want to draft one.
You wouldn't want to sign like an Alex Smith?
Because
I was.
No,
or is that just, or you feel like that's giving Flores options?
No, it's not even about options. It's like
a veteran backup quarterback.
Want to start?
Here's my thing, and because someone said, well, we already got a developmental quarterback in Tua, and I'm like, okay, I agree with you, but the thing is, it's not it's developmental, but it's a franchise quarterback. You know what I mean? So
different type of development.
It's not, it's exactly. So my thing is, because I'm hearing Hoyer, come on, man. I'd rather go with Jamie Newman because I keep telling people, if you go back to Wake Forest, don't even watch the tape. Go look at his deep ball analytics. They're better than Joe Burrow's.
How about Jacoby Brissett?
He's gonna want money.
Want to start?
Yeah, he's gonna
want like at least $10 million, right?
Yeah,
same thing with Alex Smith.
Yeah, well, here's my thing with Alex Smith. The guy got beat up by Heineke, bro.
Yeah, I don't want Smith either.
Can we all agree that Heineke is Papua? And can we all agree that they did Dwayne Haskins pretty fucking dirty?
So then what if no one he was hurt? Fitzpatrick start around the league? Would you entertain thoughts of bringing Fitzpatrick back to play quarterback?
No, and this is why, because I don't know if you've heard my whole theory on this. Okay. I think Fitzpatrick I gotta mute you, Todd, because you got background noise. I think Fitzpatrick was a snake in the grass. I think he legitimately liked the kid, but here's my issue. The story goes, I've said this plenty of times, Flores approached him, after the season and said, I want your opinion on an offensive coordinator we can bring in because we're going to be drafting a quarterback to help develop him. He's the one who suggested Chan Gailey, and it was his conversation with Chan Gailey, and because Chan Gailey has actually talked about the second part about Fitzpatrick's the reason why he came out of retirement.
Yeah.
So you brought this guy out of retirement. He goes and he brings his quarterback coach, Robbie Brown, who was with them both, with Fitz and Gailey, with the Jets. Yo, Fitzpatrick made that power play move for his own self to keep the rookie at bay. Because I posed this question. Because Fitzpatrick played 23 games in the NFL before he went under Gailey. I posed this question, Justin, and it's rhetorical because we can't. Name a quarterback that Chan Gailey developed. You can't. They don't exist. Okay? Just like I said to people in the offseason, he's never won a playoff game as a coordinator or coach. Why is that all of a sudden going to change right now? So I think Fitzpatrick made those suggestions for his own selfish motivations. And that's why I think I'll go even deeper. That's why I think they didn't tell Chan Gailey about the move when they went to Tua. Because the story goes, Chan Gailey found out through the media. He was not told by Greer or Flores directly when it happened, when they made the move. They sat down Fitz and they sat down Tua and they told him what was happening down, and Chan Gailey wasn't involved in the decision. Then, even further, I've been theorizing that I think there was legitimate conflict going on between Flores and Gailey. Aside from the fact I was calling this guy archaic as far back as the Seattle game, before Tua was even a thought of starting, I was seeing a lot of trending stuff I didn't like, specifically on third down, specifically in situational opportunities on the other side of the field. Here's another issue I got, and this is another little tidbit why I think there's something going on. The fact that Robbie Brown, because he was the passing game coordinator, right? He was the quarterback coach of the passing game coordinator. Chris Godchaux stepped in because Robbie Brown was on that list. Remember, against Arizona, a bunch of coaches couldn't go because of COVID? Well, Robbie Brown was one of them. So they gave the passing game coordinator duties to Chris Godchaux, and that was Tua's best game. And they never looked back. Robbie Brown was replaced from that point on. That's why you always saw Tua. Like, here's the thing. I kept saying to people, remember this. I don't know, Rhino and Damien can attest to this. I was saying, okay, because I do the live reactions. Was I the only one who found it odd that when he would come out after a drive that was unsuccessful, whatever, he would sit on the iPad with Godchaux, not pick up the phone and call up to Chan Gailey? Because that's usually what you do. You call up to your offensive coordinator.
Yep. That's what you see quarterbacks
and you could tell. Here's another point. You remember it was in the Arizona game, right, where we ran all the no huddle and Tua was killing them? Well, you remember after that game, everyone's like, the reporters to Gailey were like, were you surprised at how well Tua ran the up-tempo in the no huddle? He said, I didn't even know he could do that. The very next week, he's telling reporters, I don't like that no huddle up-tempo stuff.
That was the Chiefs game.
The very next week, bro. Oh, yeah, the Chiefs game. My bad. The very next week, he's telling people that.
The reason why is he saying that when in the Cincinnati game when we needed a score out of the half the week before the Kansas City game, that's what we went to, the no huddle and the empty sets. But he said he didn't know he could do that. Come on, man. But when you look at Fitz, like Fitz the whole season, if you guys remember during the media sessions, he would say, I'm trying to help too and stuff like that, but I definitely love being out there on the field more. I think Fitz has been sending a message this whole season saying that I'd rather be on the field playing. He said that like numerous times. Yeah. So I agree with Reese, and I think there's been some ulterior motives behind it.
This is what confused me.
Okay, Rhino, you go, and then Justin, you go.
What always confused me is that we would have the games, and now we know why it did, but during the season, we have these really slow conservative games. The next game, they open it up, and they do so well, and then they go right back to the conservative stuff. Now we know why that is, but during the season, it confused the living crap out of me.
Yes.
You know?
Go ahead. Yeah, I agree with you. Go ahead, Justin.
Why I think I agree with what you were saying, Reason. I don't know what was going on behind the background and the scenes. Something could have been going on that no one was talking about between Flo and Gailey. And, obviously there was something going on there that no one knows about.
Yeah.
But from the beginning of the season when we hired Chan Gailey and we had Fitzpatrick, I knew those two went together.
Yeah.
So I knew they were tied at the hip together.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, it has to go, and so does he have to go because, like you were saying, those inconsistencies we were seeing on third down, and I was noticing trends that were just really bad. Just like we were talking about it. It's just it can't happen.
Yo, Justin, did you – and this is a true story. Did you hear that when he retired a couple years ago, he threw out all of his notes on all the defensive coordinators and defensive minds in the NFL?
Crazy.
And apparently preseason, he was calling up like all of his, his friends and his contacts in the league, trying to get their notes on guys in the league defensively that he would have to face. That's actually a true story.
Chan Gailey was doing this?
Yeah. He threw out all of his notes.
He talked about it.
He threw out all of his notes because he thought he was done, bro.
He should have been done.
Like,
no doubt. Probably
unbelievable, bro. And you know what, man? Like, I think, you know what? Here's another thing, and I know you noticed it, Justin. You know what I really, and everyone can attest this. You know what I was really like, okay, I'm right. I've been right all season with this guy. Get him the fuck out of Miami. Was the Raiders game, bro. Okay, you only try to. Okay, we had Raekwon McMillan. We know what his weaknesses in his game are. Okay, clearly coverage is not his strong point. Okay, why in the first 3 quarters and a bit of when 2 is in, you only target Raekwon against Gesicki once, then all of a sudden. Now Gesicki's starting an emotion in line, and you keep matching him up with Raekwon, and Fitz is exposing it. Why isn't Tua getting that? Like, you know what it felt like, Justin? It felt like we got to a point where he was stunting Tua, and when Fitz would come in, he would look at Flores and say, "See what I could do with my boy."
You know what it is, Reason? Gailey was
it turned into a dick measuring contest, bro.
Yep. Gailey was a Fitz truther. That's a fact. That's all it is.
I think there may be some truth to that, and I'll be honest with you. Like when we first got Gailey, I thought maybe
you like
going
them
through the emotions of Tua being a rookie and all, but the season started to wear down. I noticed that Gailey wasn't exploiting matchups like you were talking about right there.
And you watched the All-22, Justin. Like you broke a lot of the All-22 down on your Twitter. Go follow him at JPF Scout on Twitter. Bro, you've watched it. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Because I know you heard it. Do you think it's fair to say that 2 different games were called when Tua was in compared to when Fitz was in?
At first, when I was thinking about it, I was like, no, I don't think they're doing that. But now that I'm hindsight and hearing all this other stuff you're saying, which like if he doesn't have none of the playbooks he used to have on defensive coordinators and the ways to attack them.
Yeah, his notes.
I think he was just relying on Fitzpatrick and him to ride the sunset.
Exactly, bro.
And you can't
Fitz Truther
league. Yeah. You know, you just can't have best friends.
Exactly, bro.
Here, let's put him in. It doesn't work like that. Whoever plays the best should play at the position and start there. I don't care who it is.
Agreed.
You know what? That just shows how great our quarterback is with all that dysfunction in the offense.
Hello.
Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say right there. Exactly shows how good he's going to be.
Yeah.
Wait till this guy gets the nuances of the game down and understands all the quarterback protections and the slides. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And his body, he gets his body back to that Bama shape, Justin.
Yeah, it looks
like and he gets some weapons.
So,
and he gets some weapons that can get separation.
You know, he just needs to forget everything he did at Alabama and realize that this is his new career and his new job now. And watch him explode on the scene this next year, you guys. Everyone's going to be so happy.
You know what I put it out, Justin? Check this one out. And shout out to Darth Vader 499. He says, "I'm sorry I had to put my daughter to bed. Thanks for having me on. I'll do my best to come on. Love you, Darth. I hope everything's doing well. And say hi to your daughter and your family." Let me hit you with this one though, Justin. Wow, I just lost my train of thought, and it was a really good thought. Son of a.
Rhino, you're the best. You were saying, Rhino, you're the best.
I know. No, Justin, what were you just saying? What did you just finish off with? Fudgesicles.
He's talking about Tua coming in and
how the adversity that Tua went through and still performing as well as we think he did with all the crap he had to deal with. I believe is what he was talking about.
Yeah, I totally
how Tua
what's this?
Hold on. Josh, let him talk. What did you say, Justin?
How Tua's going to come out this next season and light it up.
Oh, okay, boom. Yeah. Okay, you brought it back. Let me hit you with this theory. Okay. Now, I know originally you weren't a huge fan of the co-coordinator stuff, right?
No, not really.
All right. Now, if you just, I'm just saying, if you go back, go look at the 85 Rams, they actually had co-offensive coordinators. They went all the way to the NFC Championship, and it took the 85 Bears to beat them, and we know the Bears ended up winning the championship. Anyways, and then you go look at Kyle Shanahan, you go look at McVay. They do the passing game and run game coordinator, same with the Chiefs. Really, that's all this is. The co-coordinator thing, I don't worry about. I know God's going to be the passing game coordinator, and Stoodsville's going to be the run game coordinator, so it's really one's in charge of the run game. All it comes down to is who's going to be calling the plays. Anyways, check this one out. Okay, so you can tell why they did it, right? They brought on Charlie Fry. You're continuing the terminology, right? Same playbook. They're just going to extend it, right? Or change some stuff up so he'll be familiar with it. You're keeping the continuity. You're keeping him comfortable with guys he knows. And you brought in a guy who he's really comfortable with, Charlie Fry, who was just a offensive coordinator at the collegiate level, and apparently people rave about how good of a teacher he is. Him and Tua have been tight since the Elite 11. They just didn't do that in part. They've been super tight since then, okay? So check this one out. We're surrounding him not only with weapons and offense, hopefully through free agency and draft, but we're surrounding him with people he's familiar with and people that want him to succeed, paging Chan Gailey, all right? Okay, people that are out for the best interest of the kid, and you know how it is, the terminology, all that kind of jazz, the playbook, that is very big for young quarterbacks. Check this one out. Herbert's lost Pep Hamilton, who we can all agree is one of the best quarterback groomers ever. Okay, he's got a whole coaching staff turnover. He's going to have to learn a whole new playbook, all new terminology, Justin, is it fair to say we all think Tua is going to take that leap in year 2? And we all remember, I know it was an injury, but RG3 compared to Luck on who had the better, longer career here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And is it fair to say Tua might take a leap in year 2 and Herbert might even stay stagnant or regress?
Yes, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. In fact, I think it's going to be such a big jump of a leap. It's going to shock the whole world in the NFL. Tua's going to jump into probably, I don't want to say top 5 top quarterback status, but top 10. And Herbert's going to maybe stagnate or even get worse. Because when it comes down to it, playing quarterback is all about technique, your pre-snap reads, and then your post-snaps, like we all know. So we'll see what happens when it comes down to it. Herbert had a great season, but I agree with what you're saying, and you hit on a lot of levels there. Yeah. He's going to have to go into a new offensive coordinator, a brand new system. Yeah. And you know what? Tua's getting surrounded with familiarity, pieces behind him. It's just going to be the same terminology that he's been working with already. What really got me hyped up today is hearing that the playbook was the same that ran for Najee. So you bring in some Najee and throw us all with it and some wideouts, man. And now we're spreading people out vertically and running whenever we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No pep for Herbert. That's the deal.
Yeah, but you know, and you forgot there's one other part, and that's trust.
Yeah.
Tua's going to trust these people. Yeah. Herbert's lost everybody he trusts.
Yeah, that's very true. Todd made a very good point. Trust has got a lot to do with that.
And it's going to be a different atmosphere because Tua clearly had people last year he didn't trust in his own organization.
And expectations are going to be there for Herbert.
Yeah, buddy, you put up 31 in your rookie year, people are going to be expecting you to hit 40.
You saw what happened to Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to be a year tape out on
There's
him.
another. Who just said that?
Z-Man.
That perfect example. Look at – and now – I blamed it on Freddie Kitchen and OBJ, but you're still right. I mean, look at he ties the rookie record, and then he regresses the next year, right?
And even this year, Baker
expectations that were held up upon Tua Tagovailoa during his rookie season were unfair anyway. We can't expect that guy to lead the whole team like that as a rookie and take that things upon his shoulder without having some sort of a rookie learning curve. And now that we've seen it, we're getting ready to see the best of him too. So
I'm going to be honest. All the hype that's been around Tua, I've only seen it with one other player, and that was LeBron in basketball.
I said that the other day.
That's how much hype Tua came into the league with.
What about Luck?
Yeah, Luck.
I don't even know. I don't even know if Luck has as much hype as Tua, because Tua had it all the way back to the Elite 11.
He did.
Trevor Lawrence.
Luck had a lot of hype. It's just I don't think his team was his team really like good his rookie season.
No. He led his team to the playoffs. They went to the playoffs.
But they weren't that great. Like the offensive line was Papua.
Yeah. And that was the weird thing. He had a hell of a coaching staff. Bruce Arians.
Oh yeah.
Like, Fagano,
and he had good weapons. He had good weapons, but he had no offensive line at all.
Yeah, and you gotta think that team won what 1 or 2 games.
And that defense wasn't that the defense that had like Bob Sanders and stuff on it?
Yeah, Bob Sanders did come back. Yes, he did.
And it was the edge. They had that stud edge.
Houston.
Freeney.
Oh,
he went to the Chargers after, right?
It was Mathis.
Mathis, yeah.
Freeney had left. It was Mathis.
Didn't they have Vontae Davis at that time too?
Yes.
Around that time. The trade. I think we made the trade around that time.
Yeah,
what year is that?
No, I think we still had Vontae.
No, we didn't have Vontae.
We made the Vontae trade 6 years ago? It was 6 or 7 years ago because I remember I was in a keeper league and it was the first year we were in the league and I was sitting there with a Colts fan when the news broke. We were doing our fantasy draft.
I know it was before Tannehill, so
it was like wow, that was long ago then. It was like it might have been 7 or 8 years ago now that I think about it.
Because I
hate it. It was 2012,
and then he retired at halftime.
Man, yeah, I know. Well, wouldn't you if you lived in Buffalo and played for that team?
That was just weird.
It was that season. It was that all season. It was going into camp. It was that training camp.
2012 was Luck's. 2012 was Luck's first season. So,
and we traded him in 2013. Yeah, no, you're right. August 26th, 2012, we traded him.
Yeah, it was Philbin who traded him.
Man,
he had to call his grandmother, man.
Man, when we split up, Vontae and Sean Smith,
His grandmother's good people.
Mad.
I know his
grandma. It was awful reason.
Yeah, I grew up. Awful.
Bro, and then Sean Smith goes to the Kansas City Chiefs and balls out.
I remember a game against the Patriots. Moss was talking about how good these two guys are going to be for the next 2 or 3 years, 4 years. They're going to be so good. And then the next year they trade them.
Man.
Yeah. And then why they trade them? Because they thought the competition from Richard Marshall and Nolan Carroll was good enough.
Wow.
Now Vontae Davis had his issues because there was times where he came in drunk to practice.
Yeah, but wasn't that the season? Wasn't that the season where we were on Hard Knocks and he was one of the guys that was voicing out against our staff?
Bush, Smith. Who else was doing that?
Well, Joe Philbin was the coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that? And we tried. And remember, everyone tried to. Didn't Porter get sent packing that year?
Mm-hmm.
Before I think even training camp. Yeah.
And I loved me some Joey Porter, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone come back player of the year with us and stuff.
Yeah, and we tried to bring in Ocho Cinco for a little bit.
Yeah,
he got
that's the season. Yeah.
Remember all the vets tried to convince him to bring in Ocho Cinco.
Mm-hmm.
I would decided, boy.
And that's another thing.
We brought him in, but we cut him because of an off the field incident.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, all the veterans were the ones who went to Philbin, and they said, "Yo, bring him in." And, here's another thing, going back to all the Devontae Smith doubters. Chad Johnson said he played at 175, 180, but he also ran a 4.57. I don't think Devontae going to be that slow.
No.
Yo,
man.
Size
last in the league.
To do with it.
Yeah.
Philip Lindsay did that in 2017. I'm telling you, Slim Reaper.
What'd he come in at?
Who, Lindsay?
Yeah.
Lindsay was 5'11", 185.
And that's a running back.
You guys. And this dude can play between tackles and stuff.
Yeah, but the thing about Chad Johnson
is coming to eat, and when he gets in there and he's setting people up with those.
Yes, sir.
Chad Johnson was a master at his routes, just like Smith.
Two things. You have to tackle him, and when your bones are made of rubber, dude, it don't matter.
And here's the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Just like you saw with Devontae at Bama, Chad Johnson, for his size, never had problem with his release off the line of scrimmage. And he's a boundary guy.
Mm-hmm.
That release of Smith, though, is sexy, man. But I'm telling you what, man, the more tape I watch on Waddle, the more I'm like, dude, we got to get our hands on Waddle.
Waddle's the truth.
Waddle, dude.
We got to get one of them boys.
Hey, but do you guys like Smith's footwork?
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. Hey, even with basketball.
He's got such good twitch, man. When he stems his routes, man, he's fucking special, bro.
Yeah, he's special. That release off the line of scrimmage at the stem of his route is something special.
Yeah. He's amazing.
Him and Waddle got that ability to decelerate and accelerate whenever they want to, too.
Yeah. I've been hearing people say, Waddle is not going to be able to handle the man press. I'm like, first of all, who's going to man press Waddle? This man is going to get 5 to 10 yard cushions. I mean,
that's the thing. If he gets half a step, this is your danger with man pressing him. First of all, he's 182, 185. He's strong as shit. Okay, and here's my thing. If he even gets a quarter of a step on you, you're done.
You're done. Exactly.
You know
he's
what?
He's going to have 5 10 yard cushions.
Mm-hmm. I heard something on him that was so interesting the other day is that he threatens speed on angles, on corners that you think you're going to get this dude, and I'm telling you now, you're not. Go back and look at all 22 tape on this dude. His speed is unique and threatens different ways. It's just
I think I mentioned that in my evaluation. One of my things I mentioned in my evaluation was his understanding of angles, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He just knows. Especially when the ball's in his hands, he just understands angling against defenders. You guys saw the all-22, that I attached to it. That guy, bro, remember that screen highlight where, dude, he ran through 4 or 5 guys and no one was touching him.
Yep.
Not
just because
only
he
that,
knew where to cut and what angles to take, and he was gone, bro.
not only that, but he's physical too, and he'll
yeah.
give you a little bit of high pointing. He'll
Yeah,
actually go up and
bro.
get the
Everyone
ball.
sleeps on his physicality at the
He's
catch. I said that.
vertical,
I said that in my valuation too. Everyone sleeps on because everyone's all caught up on Chase.
Well, it's like you say, reason he's only lacking one thing: height. That's it.
He's
5'11",
right?
though. Yeah, he's
if
5'11".
you get him to 6'1".
Oh, he'd be number one.
Forget it.
Oh,
well, just like if Rondell Moore was 6', 6'1", he'd be.
Oh
number
God!
One
right.
Yeah.
Watch him have like a 42-inch vertical.
Bro, did you see Rondell's 43-inch?
Damn, that's
bro. The guy's 5'9", bro. That's 5'9".
That's 3 feet. So, oh my God, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Man, I would take.
Man, that's
talking
why
about that doubling up.
Yo,
on
Justin,
that'd be dope.
Justin, did you see Rondell how bricked up he is? He just posted some photos.
No, I'll have to go check it out.
Bro, I'll put it up right now for you. Check this one out, bro.
Put it up.
Dude, that's why everyone sleeps on how strong him and Jalen are.
He breaks the most tackles of any receiver. He broke the most tackles.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you actually go in Chase's sophomore season, he broke 22 tackles. This year alone, Bateman broke more than 30. So that's why when he breaks tackle, I'm like, okay, and what? Bateman does that at a higher rate. Like,
no, I was talking about Rondell Moore.
No, I know.
That's what I'm talking about too.
Making the point of.
Oh yeah.
Everyone talks about his break tackles. Yo, check. Okay, so that's him. Check that out, bro.
Oh my God.
One dude reason said all he needed was to be green. He just needed to be green.
Look at that, bro. Dude, he doesn't just break tackles. If you watch him, he invites tackling, bro.
Can you all just imagine
his head and goes for the contact? Like this guy, EM's dead on. This guy, I didn't have the comp in my head, but he is Steve Smith 2.0.
Oh God!
Can you imagine Waddle and him next to each other on the same side of the field?
That would no, you would not do that. You would have DVP on the boundary on one, you'd have Preston on the boundary on the other, and you'd have them both in the slot.
There you go. Now you really stretch them out.
And scoring touchdowns.
Mark's Brothers 2.0.
Yeah. And you want to take the running back out and go a 5-man set. You can put Gesicki on the inside as well. Now what do? You got some big behemoth trucking down the seam of the field. Then you got Rondell and Jalen out of the slot. And then you got the two big 50-50 guys on the boundary. What do?
With Gesicki, too.
No, that's what I said. The big behemoth running down the slot.
Oh, sorry.
Gesicki, yeah. Running down the seam, sorry.
Good Lord.
What do you do?
With Aaron coming out of the backfield?
Say shit.
The only thing I worry about, though, is because the show just asked Reason where's more projected. So I think early second. But what worries me is you look at a guy like Jalen Reagor, and he went, 20 or 21 to the Eagles? And Rondell's more talented than Jalen Reagor. And Rager's he's not the biggest guy in the world either, right?
Takes a team to fall in love with him.
That's all, right?
You could see more dropping into like maybe the top 20 or even maybe top 15.
Oh, Jesus. He's good, man.
Did you see Green Bay taking him at the end of the first?
Who?
You know, Green Bay taking him at the end of the first.
That's a good
Packers.
Call. Yeah, that's
dangerous.
Because they got Devontae on the boundary already.
Mm-hmm. You can see that, and Aaron Rodgers still, he's been pitching, putting that out there. I want draft me skill position players. He's never had a first round draft pick at wide receiver for the Packers have.
I was gonna say, what do you mean? I was gonna say, what do you mean, Jordan Love, bro?
Wow.
But you said receiver and killed that.
I could see it happening.
I noticed a trend in the last 2 years that we've drafted 10 line of scrimmage players and we retain 8 of them right now. We've only drafted, I think, 2 skill position players, which would have been 3 of them then Gaskin, Perry, and Noah Igbenogany. So we need to some way, somehow break into that skill position player. So like you were talking about, doubling up would be a great option with someone like a Smith or a Waddle mixed with Moore, or a Waddle and a Moore, something like that of a combination to be good, and then maybe just not waste our money on free agents at all. I don't know. We'll see. What happens.
Well, that's why I'm saying, spend the money on Aaron Jones so you don't got to worry about the running back, because it's top heavy once you get past Gainwell, in my opinion. And then get Lindsley, because I think the center position, once you get past Dickerson, Humphrey, and Quinn Meinerz, I'm not a huge Josh Myers guy. I think it's kind of top heavy there too. And those are two vital positions that I don't want Greer. Well, I know they don't have any, but I don't want Greer or Flores pulling their hair out, So like Flores could be plucking it from his goatee, and that boy Greer might be plucking it from his eyebrow because they don't have any on top of their head. But like, I don't, those are two very important positions that we need to get right this offseason. If you can, because basically if we extend and if we cut and do restructures, we can get up to over $60 million in cap space.
Yeah, me and you were talking about that just the other day. Remember, like making some moves here and there and cutting some cap.
Like, let me ask you this. If you got to pay Lindsley 11 or 12 and you got to give the same to Aaron Jones, so let's go on the high end. You got to pay $24 million for arguably a top 3 running back and the first team All-Pro center from this year. Are we going to shed any tears? And then we still got $30-something million to fill other little spots and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I would take both.
And
the familiarity too.
Yeah,
I would take Samuel. But my thing is, I don't know if they would get like 3 premium big ticket items. I might even be stretching it with 2.
I think so, man. I think we're going to get one or the other.
Because think of it, now if we get Samuel, we're getting into like the $36-37 million range. Now you only got $23 million left, and like 16 of that has to go towards your draft class.
Why don't we just go ahead and say, let's get a veteran center and then draft our skill position players, like we're saying, doubling up with like a Waddle and a Moore, or a Smith and a Moore. Maybe that's a cheaper option for us.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of like a lot of the centers that are out there this year.
And we need that veteran leader presence on that line.
What do you think about a Bernard McKinney though? With that linebacker, that could save us there from that too.
It's expensive though. If he's willing to, that's why I've been telling y'all I want Denzel Perryman. I know I can get Denzel Perryman for $5 or $6 million. The guy's stout in the run game. He's way better in coverage than Raekwon ever was, and the guy hits like a fucking truck.
Oh yeah, I'm a Hurricanes fan. I've seen him hit. Yeah. He hits.
And I only got to pay 5 or 6. Like, I feel like if I'm going McKinney, I'm right back with the point I made with Rhino that I'm having to give this guy double-digit millions.
True.
And here's my point: I could get Perryman for 5 or 6, and again get another player for the other 5 or 6. I would spend on Samuel or McKinney.
Honestly, I think we can draft a linebacker late in this draft. There's a lot of linebackers. Patty,
everyone's sleeping on Hilliard from Ohio State too. That guy's a baller. He just had to deal with injuries. He made my top 10. And you want a really good name? He's on my top 10. Jemin Davis.
Oh yeah, that dude is a baller. He made my all Lindsay team nominations.
Yeah, he's
be a good one, man.
Yeah, from Kentucky, he's a fucking beast, bro. When I was filling out my linebacker stuff, I was watching tape on him. I was like, Jesus. So
he seems to be everywhere too. Like, has a real knack for the ball. He's always around the football.
And what I don't like, Justin, I finished my linebacker board like a week and a half ago, buddy. In the last week and a half since, he's starting to climb people's boards. I'm like, son of a bitch.
I know. I think he's going to climb up out of the ranks of not being able to be on the all Lindsay pick, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I know. He's a beast, though, man. People need to look into him. He's stellar.
He's outstanding.
How you feel about Baron Browning?
I like him, but I feel like he's more like he's on my list. He's made my top 10. I really like him, but I just feel like he's going to be more of an outside linebacker. But the talent, I couldn't keep him off. So I like him, and he had a really good Senior Bowl. So I'm sure our coaching staff likes him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I know they like him. I know a guy that the coaching staff likes and no one talks about is that Dylan Radins from
North Dakota State.
Yeah, this dude is so good, man.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He mirrors people, and when he gets those long arms on you, I'm telling you, you're locked down.
I was watching him a ton last year because, if you remember, I was one of the first people in our community. Well, I was the first person in our community putting people on Trey Lance.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Right?
Trey Lance was a baller, too.
Yeah, and I was watching Dylan, right? He's a stud, bro. He's good, man.
Yeah, he's real good.
You know why I'm hoping we sign a center, too? Like Lindsley? I really want to do a tackle board. So, because if we don't sign a center, then because I'm only using 5 big boards, then I gotta blend my center and my tackle board. And I really want to do a tackle board because there's so many good tackles in this.
I was going to say it's a deep draft in tackles, very deep.
It's loaded with tackles,
but there are tiers.
Yeah,
Panay's in a tier by himself. Then I'd put Rashawn and Darisaw in their own tier, and then like Cosme and other guys below them in the 3rd tier, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. I think
more talented.
Sleeping on that Sam Cosme kid. I think that kid can play.
Buddy, you know I've been on that kid. I love that kid, bro. And he's got snaps at right tackle, like legit. He's got over like 1,000 snaps at Texas at right tackle.
I'm telling you, we love that versatility here in Miami.
Yeah, bro. He's a beast, bro. He's a beast. People sleep on him hard. So I love me some Sam Cosme, man. So, yes, sir. All right, guys. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, unfortunately, about what you brought up earlier, we can't get off that damn guard.
What do you mean?
We can't get off his contract this year in a trade. He's $10 million cap hit.
11 million.
Nobody's gonna want that contract. I've been thinking a lot about it lately.
You don't want to cure dead cap when you trade the guy. The other team takes that.
Right.
So this is what I said, Justin. Listen, Seattle, Russell's over there crying like a baby for protection. All right. So if I give you Eric Flowers and a 4th for like a 3rd, or if I just give you Eric Flowers and a 4 and we swap 4ths, would you do it?
Yeah, I would take either or at this point to get off that contract.
I told all y'all when I was on TD Finn's Talk and they signed him because you remember his knee ball game from San Diego. I told everyone. Oh my God! I even bought out his pass rush win rate stats because when he was a tackle, bro, his pass rush win rate was like in the was like 80.6. I was like, oh my God! And Air Flowers, bro, he is hot trash, bro. Here you go. You watched the All-22, Justin. I brought this up to EM. How many times did he drive his man into Austin Jackson's hip and cost Austin Jackson to lose his block? Another scary thing, and why Kinley was my top rookie. When you go look at when Kinley played next to Jesse Davis, way better than when you had Hunt and Davis together. Not even close. The combo blocks, the communication, the way they pass guys off to each other, phenomenal. Then what happens? Flowers of jabroni that needs to be plucked, gets hurt, goes out. Kinley slides to the left, and Jackson looks like a completely different player in the run game, bro.
Wasn't it Flowers that blocked Karros in one play? Didn't they block each other on one play?
I'll tell you what, that game in Denver, I think Flowers played next to Austin Jackson.
It was bad.
God.
Times, bro.
I think Kinley made Thomas look good too in Georgia in a top 5 pick.
That's what I said mid-season.
Oh yeah, I had Kindly as my number 1 rated guard last year, doing all my draft stuff.
Who was my guard? Yeah, I think he was number. Okay, I think he was. I had Hunt as my top-rated guard because if you go back to my evaluation on TD when he said I thought he could be an all-pro, I had Kinley at 2 and I had Shane Lemieux at number 3.
So we got the top 2, but we just played one of them out of position.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And they both need to lose a little weight.
Yep. A little less Wendy's.
You know what I mean? Just so they can be a little more fleet of foot. Yeah. All right, so we're hitting the 2-hour, 10-minute mark, 11 p.m. Let's get into some final thoughts here. This guy, you're joking. Just saw your message. And another guy no one's talking about if you want to get a late round tackle. I know his leverage game might be an issue, but Daniel Fallow from Minnesota too, right? You know, the 6'7", like 340-pound right tackle. That guy's a beast.
What about Carmen?
I think Carmen projects as a guard. All right, Damien, let's get your final thoughts, brother.
First of all, great show. Great show.
Appreciate it.
Also, just looking forward in the next 2 weeks, free agency. That's going to tell us a lot about the draft. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, we seal up the center position and the running back position. And then go into the draft and get our guys, Penny Sewell's on top of that list. I'm just looking forward to it. Ben's up.
Let's go, Panay. All right, Ryan, let's hear your thoughts, buddy.
Yeah, man, I expect starting tomorrow things are going to get really wacky. A lot of trades, a lot of, all kind of discussions going on because we're only, like you said, 14 days away from the real madness start. So, yeah. But we just got to stick it out, get through these 13, 14 days, and go Dolphins.
Yeah, man. Josh, let's get your final thoughts, brother.
Well, I just want to say to the people who are,
okay,
I just want to say to the people. I just want to say to the people that's like worried that we're gonna regress next year. Like, we got to think about it. All the top teams that we play next year, like the Ravens, the Saints, the Bills, those teams are in trouble with their cap situation. So I think next year we're going to take advantage of them because we're out of the rebuild phase and we're moving into the points where we've got our legs under us and we're only just going to move forward. So do I think we're going to win 14 games? No, I think we'll be around 11 or 12, but I do think we'll win a division next year and we shouldn't be worried about going 8-8 or going down below 500. So everyone just be chill about it and fence up.
Yep. Justin, I just dropped the link. If you want to come on, give your final thoughts, guys. I don't know how many likes we're sitting at, but smash that like button. If you're new here, subscribe. If you haven't, follow me on Twitter because I'm only like 5 away from 2,000 at @the_real_reason. PayPal.me/Finside, how you can donate as well as in the chat. Become a Finside the NFL patron. Patreon.com/Finside the NFL. Of course, Patch Vibes. Use code Finside for 20% off your purchase. And of course, grab official Finside the NFL merch. Teespring.com/stores/Finside the NFL. Todd, let's hear your final thoughts, buddy.
Man, just looking forward to this. There's going to be a wild offseason for us. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, especially after the deal that the NFL just made where we know the cap's going to go up in the future. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you can start restructuring contracts and not worry as much.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to get crazy over these next couple of weeks. So just wait and get some news.
Okay, yo, Nicholas, I just want to plug this as well. Nicholas, because I see you asking you're a Pens fan, right? So I'm going to show you right now what we do here, okay? So you go into the search bar of YouTube. I'm going to literally take y'all through it, okay? It's simply Pens. I always forget the name of this and what that symbol is. Pens and Pucks, right? Search Pens and Pucks. Boom. We got 3 episodes out. We also have a film analysis out. You'll appreciate it. We broke down a 3-on-2. It's me and my brother, former scout. Go hit the subscribe button. Go show some love. All you got to do is Pens and Pucks. This is it right here, all right? All right, let's keep it rolling. Florida-born, Kentucky-grown. Go ahead, bro.
First off, Florida Panthers all the way. But I'm just happy we got so many paths we can take, man. I'm just so hyped for next season. I love that all these great minds on your show, man. I'm learning every time I get on. But pretty much fins up.
Now I got to address this because you said Florida Panthers.
I knew this. I've already made this mistake.
B channel reason.
No, I'm not going in on anyone right now. Did you guys see where 2 is tonight?
No,
Yeah,
really?
the
Is that
Panthers game.
Panthers game?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Rocking with the goats.
Here, I'll show you right now. He
dropping
is
the puck, bro.
He's there with Watson?
Yeah, okay, even Watson.
Sitting next to each other.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, yeah, the boy Tua, he was at the Carolina Florida game tonight. So there he is right there.
Wow.
Showing some love. Yo, he ain't going anywhere. Y'all
No, sir.
No.
Yo, he ain't going anywhere. That's my quarterback.
I see where he did the start your engine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he just did that. He ain't going. No, he's entrenched himself into the.
Y'all need to, guys, if you're not on iTunes or Spotify or whatever, all you got to do, well, hopefully you are, so then you can look it up. All you got to do, guys, is, go search in Dolphins Brawl in Spotify or in iTunes right now, and you will get to hear every episode of The Finish Line, which is my podcast with Richmond Webb and Ball Game. And our latest episode is out. And you're going to want to listen to this week, because if no one's heard our intro with that, I think we got one of the best intros in the game. Mm-hmm. I will be adding Tua saying, "Start your engines." My music starts with engine starting in my intro. Awesome. So you damn right we're going to be doing that. So
awesome.
All you got to, guys, right in the bar here, just search Dolphins Brawl. We'll pop up, click on it, and there you go. Every single episode is right there for y'all to listen to. So
that's too funny, Reason.
Yeah, Reason, you're gonna make me download it now.
Yeah. All right, Irving, let's hear your final thoughts, brother.
Yeah, I think we have to first. We got to restructure and get rid of some of the bad contracts so we can free up some cap space. And I think before we make any moves at running back or wide receiver, I think we need to shore up the offensive line, specifically at center and the right tackle position, and probably guard, and get some depth behind those positions, and then let the pieces fall, where they may, and we'll see where we go from there. But I'm excited. I can't wait for Tua to ball out this year. Fins up.
Z-Man, let's get your final thoughts.
Well, I'm just excited for the draft, excited for free agency. I just I don't really care for all this Watson nonsense, because it's
tired
just,
of it, bro.
Yeah, they're over talking it. I get it. You want Watson to come here, but you're trying to force it at this point. Let's just, if it happens, it happens. But I really don't think it's happening.
Hey, Damien.
Yo.
Go ahead, Damien. I thought you were finished your thought. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna also say, I'm glad everybody finally showing their true colors and not none of these fake people out there. With Tua, they all showing their true colors, and we writing down names on our list.
Sure. Yeah, agreed, bro. And Damien,
yo,
are you looking at the screen right now?
You know what, Nicholas? I don't want to get this show demonetized, so I'm not going to say nothing. I don't want to get this show demonetized. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to say anything.
Liam, let's hear your final thoughts, buddy.
I bear down another awesome stream, and another word for you, Reason. I say trash in my native tongue is la pisi. So if you want to say they trash,
la
you just say
pisi.
Yeah, that means
Josh Rosen is la pisi.
La pisi. La pisi Rosen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Jakeem Grant's hands are la pisi.
Oh yeah.
I can
Chris
this up
Sims.
all day.
Chris Sims.
Yeah, I know.
PC.
Chris
Yeah.
the PC Sims.
How do I say piece of shit in Samoan? That one.
You know, those are. I don't want to contribute to negative words. Whatever. But like, yeah, there's a bear guy that be teaching all the bad words to all those. Yeah, I'll stay away from that. You know,
that's hilarious. Justin, let's get your final thoughts, brother, before we get out of here.
Yo, my final thoughts are great show as always, Reason, and you'll be seeing me over there on the Pins and Pucks. That's your other hockey program there you got going on.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, are you an Avalanche fan?
Yeah, I'm an Avalanche fan, so you'll be seeing me over there. I'll come over there and
McKinnon's the truth, bro.
Yeah, I know he's like the next Wayne Gretzky. But I was gonna.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah.
I would love to just drop some of this dead weight and make maybe some low key additions, and let's look forward to this next couple weeks going by fast. Let's get moving to the draft and free agency.
Appreciate it, man.
Amen.
So now I get to say to people, yo, get out of here with your La PC takes. Beautiful, bro. Awesome stuff. I'm going to be hitting these people mowing when they start dissing my quarterback now. This is beautiful stuff.
Yeah, because when I heard you said Pua or something like that, Pua is like a flower in the Hawaiian.
Oh, I said Papua. I said Papua. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear the first part, so I know Pua is a flower. So I was like, wait, what are you trying to say?
Poop? He's trying to say poop?
Hold on. So you're saying Pooh is Lapisi on our team? See, I'm putting it together now. Now I'm formulating sentences.
Sort of. Comment. Hey, I don't think
Eric Pooh is Lapisi. See? I got it, bro. I'm getting this. All right, guys. I am going to be back either tomorrow night or Thursday night. I'll probably try and come back tomorrow night. Just hopefully there's enough stuff to talk about. But yeah, so I'll be back either tomorrow night or Thursday night because Wednesday I'll be recording the finish line, and then I'll be back on Friday as well. So still 3 shows. You already know what time it is. So I'll keep y'all updated. And because my wife is back to studying now. So yeah, I'll be around. So guys, fins up all day, every day, and I will see you more than likely tomorrow night. All right, guys, have a good night.
Fins up.
Yeah.